No, I'll wait till other people start to show up again. That wasn't my internet this time. I was literally going to grab my mouse and accidentally pressed something on my keyboard and it shut the stream off. That's entirely my bad here. What the This bugs the crap out of me. Yeah, I accidentally, I don't know what it is. I don't have any fast or hotkeys on my keyboard that shuts off the stream, but apparently I do. It's fucking bullshit. Anyways, we'll wait a few minutes for everyone to get back in. Sorry guys, this really pisses me off. Because I like having everything nice, neat, and tidy where we have like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, and now it's going to be Act 3 that failed, now Act 4.14, and then 4.2. It's just, ugh. Yeah, I'm just going to move my keyboard way above my mouse so this does not happen in the future. As I accidentally pressed... My finger accidentally poked a button on my keyboard that shut the stream off, basically. We'll get started on this in a second, once it gives everyone a time to come back. Jamie, basically, I went to grab my mouse and hit a button on my keyboard that shut the whole stream down. It's freaking stupid. No, I didn't just start Tao. We had another technical issue. Pull that button out next time. I didn't even know it was a thing. Like, I didn't set any shortcuts for Streamlabs to shut off the stream or turn on the stream. So I have no clue why it did that. Yeah, so we'll get started again in a second. I'm just giving everyone a few minutes to get back into it. Yeah, and why would you put that button literally right friggin' next to your mouse when you're using it? Anyways, so we missed that Bobby Radford radio broadcast, and the reason why I was grabbing my mouse is because I was going to bring up the other, where is it, the Teresa Sedmark audios as well. So let's go ahead and watch this, listen to this, and then we'll go back to it. My friend's cat sat on the keyboard and turned everything off. Oh gosh. I've heard of Dishonored. I don't know anything about it, but no, I was actually doing a raid back when World of Warcraft was a big thing in my in high school, and yeah, my cat came up and decided to kick me off. Anyways, here we go.
Alright, Bobby's back, and we're getting reports of more and more of these Monarch roadblocks springing up all over town. What the hell is going on in Riverport tonight? We've got a truck driver from Lucky Joe's Treasure Trove on the line. Greg Lawrence, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm out here by Port Donnelly Bridge. Monarch's got the whole goddamn place locked down. Now they're trying to inspect my truck.
Oh, bullshit alarm. No, these guys aren't police. This ain't the FBI. You got crap to deliver, then you hit the gas and push on through, my man. Monarch's got no authority to stop you, and you tell that to everybody on that bridge. What would Lucky Joe think, Greg, huh? Joe needs his goods.
Yeah, that's what I said, but they're not letting me go.
You know, just a little while ago, we were getting reports of some kind of explosion at the Monarch Mansion at Gull Island. This is the third event in, what, a day or so that links Monarch to explosions and disasters and civilian casualties. Where are the police? Huh? Where are they? You don't let them search a damn thing. I've been trying to get somebody from Monarch on the line for a full day now. No comment. Riverport PD? No comment. I'm hearing no comment a hell of a lot tonight. I want answers. You should too. We'll be right back after this.
All right, so they're stopping citizens left and right, and again, they have no legal authority for any of this. But of course, if you have a paramilitary organization that works for your corporation and you wave a few rifles around, most people are just going to stop anyways, even though what it might be, I don't know. It's just bad all around. But let's get to the Teresa Sedmark one, which is if Monarch is in control of the radio waves.
For those of you just tuning in, the manhunt continues as authorities search for Jack Joyce. the suspect in last night's university terror attack. Joyce may also have been involved in a firefight at the Monarch Mansion on Gull Island approximately 30 minutes ago. On the line, we have Ken Bukowski, a bridge operator for the Port Donnelly Bridge. Ken, what can you tell us about the situation out there?
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to my little guy. Hey, Ben, hope you're listening.
Isn't it past his bedtime?
He'll be up reading those Hunger Games books if I know him. But, yeah. I'm just out here in the control booth overlooking the bridge. Monarch's got a roadblock set up, checking all the cars as they go through. It's all very well organized. I got a nice young fellow from Monarch up here, Darren, doing some kind of lookout from above. He's not a coffee drinker, so there must be something wrong with him. No, but we're in good hands.
That wasn't
even
funny.
though it's not cops at the roadblock.
Yes, Ken, Monarch is working to assist the police in the hunt for Jack Joyce.
No, they're not.
I know some people have asked, does Monarch have the authority to do this? Well, my question is, if not Monarch, then who? I think we need to recognize that we are currently in a state of crisis. Why isn't Joyce behind bars? If the police
That's
are
a deflection
overwhelmed,
tactic
then
right
I say
there.
we take all the help we can get. Monarch is the only thing keeping this city safe. Am I right, Ken?
It is very
Yes,
staged.
That makes sense.
You bet it does. I suggest we stop asking why they're helping us and start helping them. But that's just me.
This is how you have
Otherwise,
fascistic
for your
takeovers
thoughts,
right here.
Riverport, right after this.
Yeah, this is what you would have heard in this position if we did the PR route. And yeah, this is exactly how you have fascistic takeovers of your nation or your hometown, is you just like, I know they don't have the authority, but it's for your own good. So let's just go ahead and do it anyways. And like most things, once you get the power, you tend to not release it. But yeah, this whole thing was very staged. Teresa is an employee of Monarch that replaced Bobby Radford in the PR timeline. Oh god, let's run away real quick before music copyrights run. Alright, hold on, let me throw this back on.
You bastards.
And none of this shit would be happening right now during the PR timeline because the entire public is working with Monarch, so they're not going to try to resist them. It's not even that, Space Dog. These are literally just private security that works for Monarch. I don't even know where the actual law enforcement is right now. Yeah, it's fun to not be DMCA'd.
HQ, this is Gatekeeper 1.
I know. The reason I left it on, though, Isaac, is for the Africa tune at the end of Act 2.
Some asshole from Lucky Joe's won't let us search his truck.
You heard Serene. We take the hard line. Easy on the trigger finger, but if it comes to it...
Copy.
You have authorization to execute civilians,
All right.
essentially. Yeah, because that always goes over well. I mean, we can look at historical incidents of this exact same thing.
Let's talk about how you made her quiet, huh? Let's talk about that. You have no right to be doing any of this shit. My brothers-in-law. Give me that phone. You explain it. Hey, you down there. Don't come up here, man. Monarch's got this whole place locked down.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Spotted under the bridge.
Why would you call that out?
Open fire! Shotgunner fence
I only got a pistol right now, so we gotta make do. Alright, I think we got plenty of room here. Ooh, we got a shotgun. Nice. Oh, I didn't want to use that. I didn't want to waste any of my ammo.
Gotta get to that pier.
Perfect. Give me your ammo. We got a couple more guys coming by here. Perfect. And this boy right here. Hi there. Perfect. Do we have a regular rifle? We got a regular rifle. Okay, we're all stocked. Let's go. Hi there. Guess what? Holy crap, there's a lot of grenades right here. Wow, okay, I need to get some cover. Alright. Yes, we picked the hardline just so we can hang out with Dylan. That's literally the only reason, nothingness. Wow, I missed that entirely. Goodbye. Okay, how much more do we got? We're out of ammo on that one. Let's pick up assault rifle. Perfect. There we go. That's what we want to see. Hi there.
HQ, we got eyes on the pier.
Keep your sights on that dock. He may try to escape by water.
Shit.
HQ,
You couldn't tell if the sirens are the game or not.
they're freaking out up here.
Beth, change of plans. The pier's too hot. Gotta find another way across.
Almost there. Just wait 2 minutes.
I'm not putting Dr. Amaral
Yeah,
at
we
risk.
can't do that.
I'll make it across that bridge.
Oh my god, a
Whatever it
lobster
takes.
shack? I want to go down to the pier and have some seafood now. Because that looks amazing. I want some lobster. Anyways, moving
Need
onwards.
to get him to the bridge. Cross it.
Yeah, PR is more logical, but because we're talking about more the Remedy connected universe throughout the streams, having Dylan's actor in the story more seemed like the thing to do. Yeah, seriously, just jump into the water and swim over. I think that's the easy way to handle it. And Paul is very unstable right now. 100%.
We got civvies trying to push through the line.
You know your orders. Hardline. Any means necessary.
That's not good. Maintain control. Well, what do you think's going to happen when you start shooting civilians in the street? Lucky Joe's treasure trove. Okay, there you, sorry, it took me a little second to read that. So the guy who was going to drive through after calling to Bobby Radford just got executed.
Jesus.
This isn't good. This is far from good. Molotov cocktails. Yeah. Have you seen these two? Charlie Wincott, Fiona Miller, sought in connection with the recent terror events. Do not approach. Please contact Monarch Solutions with any information about their whereabouts. Oh yeah, that doesn't mean anything about Jesse. Having Nick Marsters here has nothing to do with Dylan Faden as a character. It's just for the fun of it to keep his character around.
Alright, that's it.
Okay, do we have all of the collectibles here? Oh, that might be why. No, there's still one more here. So when you do the PR route, this scene is entirely different. All the people are pulling over and like taking selfies with the Monarch guards and all sorts of random stuff. But the collectibles by extension are in different locations as a result. I'm just trying to find out where the last one is here. Let me see if I can find something. Can I, like, take their guns so that they don't shoot these civilians? Hey, Celeste, how are you doing? I know there's one more collectible here somewhere. And it's gonna bug the crap out of me if we miss it. Been doing good. How you been doing? All right, we got one of these boys. Okay, I gotta get all the small ads out, taken care of before we do anything else. Perfect. And we got one more way behind him on that side. Goodbye. Perfect. Alright, let's wait until we get that cooldown up and take care of big boy. Missed a jug. Oh, that's not good. Maybe we gotta do it quicker. Got him. Perfect.
Okay, good. It's cool. Just gotta make it across this damn bridge and I'll be
Let the
clear.
bullets out of the air for them to reverse them. Yeah, same thing. I think we may have missed that collectible, but there's really nothing we can do about it right now. Because I looked around there. Like, I know the positions in the PR timeline. I don't know them here. And my notepad here is written down based upon the PR, not for the hardline. Let me guess, the FBC is too busy with the hiss to deal with Monarch. Well, these don't necessarily take place in the same universe. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say that these do not take place in the same universe, but they're still connected by the same multiverse. We should make a way for the Dozle, I guess. Alright, so I know where the last Chronon source is. It's right here, though. So at the very least, we got all of our upgrades, but we still missed one of those. Yeah, whatever that was, we missed it, but it's fine. Alright, so time stop, extra time dodge, blast, focus rush. Shield, I think we're good. Time dodge, yeah, let's get the extra activation into there. And the pulse, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Increased threat detection. Okay.
What do we got here?
So there goes our 100% run, but it's all good. Plus, that's why this world has AWE and the other things has FBC. Definitely a possibility. And one thing I think would be an interesting idea is if this was a creation of Alan's as an attempt to escape. His original ideas had to do with the Bureau of Alter It's just like in real life, Remedy intended that to be what it is, but as time went on, things changed. Well, this isn't good. Exactly, Aston, you wouldn't be able to really detect it. That's lucky right there.
Oh no. This is so bad.
So I don't know if they really talk about it too much in the game
I knew
itself.
I'd be dead if the stutter collapsed while I was in the frozen crash. I had to reach solid ground, and the deck of the cargo ship was my best bet. Just had to find a way down.
But the reason why this crashed, essentially, is because whoever was driving the boat was doing it in a reality where the bridge was up and not down, so it thought it was clear to go, but when it got through here, nope. Perfect. Alright, another one of these little things. Oh, that's not good. And look at Microsoft money right here. Luck or fate? Who knows?
You know what? Frozen Crash was a mess. Somehow, I had to find my way across.
I'm surprised freaking Xbox One was able to play this. I mean, just looking at everything going on here. Alright, got that section done. So yeah, the person driving the boat saw one version of reality, but then as they drove, it collapsed into a different version of reality. Hold on. No, yeah, there we go. That's what we need to do. Reset time and then run.
I kept heading downwards, towards the cargo ship.
That's not good.
The route down wasn't exactly user-friendly.
Oh boy. Hold on, we need to go ahead and delete some of those spams right there. There we go. One of the personal remedy first interpretations that has Mr. Door are the same person. Yeah, that's. I think at the very least that they're probably both shifters of some kind. Oh,
Timelines getting
shifters of
scrambled.
some kind. Whether they're
Caught
the same
violent loops
individual,
off sync,
I have no
crashing
clue.
into each other.
Well, I'm dead.
This was a
What is this game like in gameplay and compared to Control? Well, a lot of the gameplay mechanics are roughly the same, to be honest. I mean, you got your random dot dash abilities. It's the same over-the-shoulder gameplay. You do have a bullet time whenever you come out of the dash, which you don't have in Control. You got your shields, kind of like the rock shields. So it's very similar in a certain way. It's just different abilities. And you can't fly, which is shitty. Oh, I'm dead again. Yeah, Northlight engine kicks ass. Okay, we'll do the run dash instead of the dash dash.
I kept heading downwards, towards the cargo
These
ship.
sections are annoying though. Oh yeah, platforming is a lot better. Like, because this game isn't designed for platform. Same thing with Alan Wake with platforming sections. You really don't. It's not designed for that, and yet they still
The
make you
route down
do it.
wasn't exactly
So it's really clunky.
user-friendly. The fracture was getting much worse. Timelines getting scrambled.
Come on,
Caught in
go up.
violent loops off sync, crashing into each other. This was what the end of time would look like. Everything was broken, in chaos, frozen,
Okay. Nice boat.
and no one would know.
Still.
Only 2 years until Alan Wake 2. I'm so freaking hyped.
Come on, come on.
Hop, and you good. Imagine this is exactly. As I just mentioned, this is exactly what David would be like for me. Always like this. Things are torn apart.
The fracture was escalating. Objects were moving out of time, out of order, entire timelines overlapping. And it was gonna get worse, unless we could stop it.
Back to the Bradbury.
Understand the power you're wielding. You need to hand this technology over to Monarch. I've prepared for what happens next.
You say you're prepared, but no part of this plan of yours involves stopping it from happening.
Even if I fix William's machine, what could you possibly hope to achieve? The end of time is coming. There's no way to—
Hey! This isn't a debate. I just watched a ship fast forward through a fucking bridge. Time is running out, and the fracture's getting worse by the minute.
And it cannot be stopped. Paul has been to the end of time. He's witnessed it firsthand. Can't you see? We prepared for what's next out of necessity.
Your research is based on work by William Joyce. You respected him. He knew that the fracture would occur, but he also knew that it could be fixed. Will built a way to stop the fracture. This. The countermeasure. We're traveling to the past to retrieve it. You can help us get there faster. Or you can agree to disagree.
I'll have to run diagnostics on the machine. I can't promise anything before that.
Nick, take Amaral to the machine. Keep an eye on her.
You got it. Welcome to the team, Doc. Don't make me shoot you.
Yeah, nothing else. I have heard that theory
Jack,
regarding the oldest
before we head
house and the
downstairs, we have to
thresholds.
talk about something.
All right, before we head down. But my hypothesis on the cosmology of the Remedyverse is the Dark Place is almost like a chaos state origin point. The oldest house growing out of it, like the Yggdrasil, and everything past that is all different thresholds of reality that were created after the fact. So yes, the prime universe on Earth is going to be a random threshold that breaks off of it. It's not going to be like, this is the real world. No, this is just one with worlds. Please explain Time Knife. I've done a little reading, but I'm still pretty confused. Sure, we can talk about Time Knife. Let's go back. Let's go back and look at Time Knife and reread it again real quick. Okay, guys? I think this is absolutely necessary. Let's go back to number 1. Ground 0. Trailer now, Bobby Radford, my screenplay. Yeah, my screenplay. Come on. Time Knife. Let's do this. Okay, starting here. Bruce Savage. No, I'm just joking. We're not actually going to do that.
Okay, what's up?
It's about the plan. If Amaral gets the machine working...
We go back to yesterday and undo all of this.
Listen. In the video Will left for me, he said the countermeasure was stolen from his workshop on July 4th, 2010. He also said I took it. Maybe I did, Jack. We have a time machine.
You're saying we go to 2010. We steal it.
If Will was right, that would mean it wouldn't be a change.
Second rule of Time Knife, we do not talk
bring
about
it to the
Time
present,
Knife.
fix the fracture, save the world.
Okay. Explain to me why that's a better plan than just going back to yesterday and preventing all this from happening in the first place.
Because I'm afraid that based on what I know about time travel, we can't change anything. The past has already happened. We can't change it. But my way, we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my plan still feels simpler. Let's just get the machine working.
Phase 1, and then we'll cross it from that point. We'll cross another bridge when we get there. Beth's plan charts plans for the 2010 steal the countermeasure. Let's see if we can get a better image of that since... Yeah, there we go. So original actual plan, countermeasure, fixed time machine, travel to 2010, retrieve countermeasure, return to 2016 past, university instant, use countermeasure to fix the fracture. So it's just a basic... It'll work. The entire game has a Dark Series vibe, kind of vibe to it. I don't know. Maybe.
This was the guy delivering the speech at the gala.
Name's Martin Hatch. According to Monarch Radio, he's been deemed a traitor. Sabotaged a Monarch lab.
Potential ally?
Not even close.
Not even close. All right, facts gathered by Fiona Miller so far. Joined Monarch in 2001, became Serene's chief advisor in 2007. No records before 2001. Who was he? Where did he come from? Working against Monarch. Possible links. Death of Dr. Kim. Unconfirmed. Alone with Dr. Kim at the time of death. Death occurred just as Kim was on the verge of solution to Serene's time sickness. University time machine sabotage. Unconfirmed. Miscalculations on purpose. Hatch seen in lab. Assistance in Sophia's kidnapping. Confirmed. Distract Monarch while kidnapping occurred. We knew we were coming. Did not alert Serene. Destruction of Serene's remaining sickness treatments. Unconfirmed. Was present outside Dr. Kim's lab when the lab was destroyed. Accused Sophia of being responsible for Charlie Wincott's escape. Confirmed. Currently helping Charlie reach Monarch Tower undetected. Disobeyed direct order from Paul Serene. Wants access to the CFR. Potentially desires to sabotage the lifeboat protocol. Motive? Secretly assuring Serene's downfall and taking over Monarch. Why? Sabotaging Monarch's survival plan from within. No possible reason for this. Doesn't believe countermeasure could stop fracture. Not a potential ally. Works for Monarch, therefore believes end of time is inevitable. Then why attempt to sabotage the lifeboat? You made a time toilet so that every time you travel through time when you sat on the toilet? Or how does this work? I have no idea. Oh, we got another radio right there.
Dr. Amaral seems convinced that Paul's been to the end of time. Do you think that's true?
Can't be.
Imagine time because of a
Always trying
time
to
toilet.
prevent it would be pointless.
Why?
Because it's already happened.
So we're getting into the method of time travel where the past is set, the future is unwritten. So anything you haven't personally experienced isn't solidified. But if you've experienced something, then that's set, it can't be changed. That's the version that they're going with. Anyways, we got some more Bobby.
Hello, Riverport. It's Bobby Radford, and, well, you know where we're at, don't you? The Port Donnelly Bridge is gone, and God knows how many people are going with it. You ever heard that Hindenburg thing, you know, with the guy going, oh, the humanity, oh, the humanity. Jesus, I know how he felt. I don't understand.
Hot dogs,
how
personally.
that happened. I hear the people on the boat were saying the bridge was up. Video footage says it wasn't, that the boat just rammed into it. It's insane. It's... Christ, Riverport's in so much trouble now, folks. We need someone to declare a state of emergency or something. But nobody's doing a goddamn thing. And nobody's talking about the fact that Monarch had set up an illegal roadblock right on that bridge, searching all the cars. No warrants, no due process, no nothing. Just near where their goddamn fancy mansion blew up. And now, this ship rams the bridge. That's a coincidence? That ain't no goddamn coincidence. We got that, and now we've got reports of car accidents happening all over the town. We've got... Why isn't somebody doing something? Huh? Hello, Mayor? You're asleep at the goddamn wheel. Wake up! What the hell?
Yep.
We'll be right back.
The only voice of reason left in the town right now. Shit. And yes, Isaac, I am familiar with The Unpleasant Profession of Jonathan Hogue. It is a great short story. I've referred to it on the channel in the past in previous lectures. Robert Heinlein is a flipping genius. Anyways, moving onwards. Now we got to do the Teresa Sedmark version of this.
Hello, Riverport. Well, it's been a rough night for us. The collision at the Port Donnelly Bridge that has claimed multiple lives is still being investigated. At least a dozen people are confirmed dead, and investigators say they expect to find more bodies, some of which are predicted to be found in the cars at the bottom of the river. The cause of the accident remains unclear. Adding to the confusion are conflicting reports from shipboard personnel and those on dry land. The captain of the cargo ship insists that the bridge was up and the route was clear. However, some people shoreside claim the cargo ship was approaching the bridge at high speed, despite the bridge having not yet been raised. Others express surprise at the ship's presence, claiming that they do not see its approach at all. The investigation is still ongoing. We'll keep you posted. Now, obviously, this disaster will affect us in more ways than one. With the Port Donnelly Bridge out of commission, heavy congestion is expected on the other routes across the river, and we now have reports coming in of multiple car crashes all over Riverport. So you will want to reserve enough time for your trip today if you're traveling by car. Stay safe out there. Hopefully we can all get back to normal soon.
Yeah, so they're trying to paint it like the captain just fucked up and people are just like mass hysteria. It's like, oh, nothing to see here, moving onwards. Alright, 2 seconds. My buddy just got here. I'm going to go say hey real quick. I will be right back. 1 second. All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and get going. Okay, where were we at? So we got the radio in the conference room, and let's get going. Wanted to live in the zombie apocalypse. I think it would be fun at first, but after a while it would get a little old, to be perfectly honest.
See how Dr. Amaral's doing with the time machine.
His friends are Monarch agents. Run.
Yeah.
Who knows? They may have taken over their forms.
I don't think we can trust her. The way she looked at the countermeasure.
You just got through a 10-hour drive.
She knows what it does.
You think Will told her about it?
No. Will was never the kind to open up.
Why would you knock that over?
Relate.
What did the reception sign ever do to
Will
you,
takes it
Beth?
to the next level. When we were kids, the only way that Will could express anything important to me was by informing my stuffed giraffe when I was in the room.
It's precious. And weird.
This was one of just supernatural. Yeah, supernatural events. Yeah, because I think it's more understandable, especially with psychological things. The more you know, the easier it is to control. I've been thinking, if time manipulation is something Monarch discovered and business competition is a thing, is it possible for another company to be on the same track as Monarch or the government? Well, this was William Joyce's brainchild, and Monarch just kind of took his research and ran with it, but they didn't do it properly. And at this point, like the time manipulation in terms of... Hold on, let me move.
Did she find anything?
That right there, but time manipulation in terms of like artificial
Not
time
sure.
pockets and
I'll go
stuff
check.
like that. Yeah, you could have competition for sure. Are you thinking Hatch is like a corporate espionage character? Just to follow up on your inquiry there.
Hey, Jack, come check this out.
Her mom hit her with that sign.
Hey, shouldn't you be keeping an eye on Amaral?
Yeah, but I figure what I'm doing is more important.
It's not. You're on conspiracy theory forums.
Okay,
See how Dr.
what is all
Amaral's
this?
doing.
I dug through the area and I found everything I could on your bro. You gotta see this video I found, man. Check out the TV. And everything else, I put on those tables over there.
Okay, let's check out the TV. Hey, William. Mr. Hobbit.
The date is... It's February 28th,
Jesus, Will.
1999.
You looked at the Time Knife wiki page, Isaac? Oh, God.
Months
First experiment.
of arduous work. My machine is finally ready for human testing. Ready is defined by me, since ready is obviously a relative term when you're dealing with the deformation of the chronon field and recreating of black holes' mass density by tangent. Okay, in short summary, build the time machine.
Theoretically possible, yes, Draco.
I'm gonna prove it or die. Okay. Just need to make some final preparations.
This is a wiki page for everything,
When
Gargoyle.
I enter the machine, I will travel clockwise around the corridor. Core is active. Chronon levels are stable. Travel clockwise around the corridor, exiting back into the same location in the near future.
You have fun with this, Will.
This clock is set.
It is the guy from Lost. Yes, Jamie. He's also Mary from Lord of the Rings.
The machine, there should be a significant difference in time between my watch and the clock in this room. Corridor.
I still have my old VHS tapes, Neko, and a TV that runs them.
Setting the date to 5 minutes to the future for the first test. Now, admittedly, traveling to the past would be much more impressive. But I can travel backwards in time only as far as the first activation of the machine's core, which is now. Okay. Machine's ready. Monitor is stable. What I'm about to do
Turn it on.
is going to change the way
What happened? What happened? Someone literally just got shot. Don't ask me, Space Dog. I don't throw anything away, because there's some movies that I can't find the DVDs for.
Any news on Monarch out there?
Quantum Ripple.
People are pissed as hell, but Monarch seems to be looking for you pretty hard. Been asking on a bunch of forums about your whereabouts. You want me to throw him off track?
Sure. Post that I was seen hiding in a catering van or something.
Love it. Consider it done.
Quantum Ripple, we gave false lead to Monarch. Perfect.
What's on the computer?
I've been posting my theories about Monarch on a bunch of forums.
Oh, God.
It's cool. I used an alias. Blanche McDougal. I'm a chick.
Blanche McDougal. Wow. All right, let's look at these conspiracy theory forums real quick from Blanche McDougal, aka Nick here. So you start this post off saying, I'm not actually Blanche McDougal, but I have all kinds of inside scoops about Monarch and need to keep undercover until I find a way to save the world. I saw what really went down at the university and got out of there just in the nick of time to tell everybody all the crazy shit going on. Here's the truth. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Nick? You put your... Wow, you're dumb. We are all fucked. Monarch built a playground of death, and right now Riverport is going down the shit slide. But at the bottom, something called the End of Time. It's all part of their master plan, which I'm calling Operation Clock Stop. Monarch took everybody from the university and tried to kill them so they wouldn't talk about it. They just had a secret gala meeting about the Operation Clock Stop at the Gull Island. What is the point of Operation Clock Stop? As far as I can put together, all of it has to do with numbers. In 1999, Monarch was formed. In 2010, they bought out the industrial complex, which they are now using to extract some weird energy shit. 1999, 2010, 2010 minus 1999, 11, multiplied by 11 by 2010, 22110, backwards 01122, which is close to the industrial area zip code. Some people are like, hey, Nick, that's just a coincidence, but it can't be because it goes way deeper. So 1009-2016, which is the day's date, is Morse code for dot dash dot dash dash dot dash dash. I looked it up in the Morse code, and it could be a couple of different set letters, and he made a typo there. AANM or RTTEM. Unjumble all the letters, and you can spell armament or meat man. Armament equals weapon, meat man equals butcher. What do butchers do? Chop and cut up things. What do weapons do? Destroy things. Cutting things and destroying things are kind of connected, so think about it. So there's that you think about. So I'm still figuring out the rest, but I'm 90% sure. But by the way, the theory is copyrighted by Blanche McDougal, secretly not Blanche McDougal 2016. Oh my god. So I have a question. Is this how I sound half the time when I go off on random tangents? Oh yeah, this is the Morse code equals this, and you unrange it means this, and it means that. It's like, fuck, Nick, come on. Oh my god. And Gabe42 responded to the forum. What the fuck? This sounds a lot, and Hansel Gretzky says, this sounds a lot like Taxi Guy 69. He thought the gas prices were secretly number codes for treasure coordinates or some shit. Blanche McNiggle, gas is owned by oil companies. Who has a huge investment in oil? Monarch. Hashtag all connected. Who's the idiot now? Hansel Gretzky, hashtag what drugs are you on? Sponge Bacon. Blanche is onto something. I've been to see ghosts all around the goddamn city for years now. This is all connected. Hashtag all connected. Let's get to the bottom of Operation Clock Stop together. Perhaps Monarch is building a secret weapon. Who's the meat man? Hashtag who is the meat man? Alright, I gotta tweet this real quick. Everyone who has everything, we need to freaking use hashtag who is the meat man right now. Nick was right. Hashtag, where is it? Who is the meat man? There we go. Alright, Blanche McDougal. Thanks, Sponge Bacon. Very good point. The question is, what is the secret weapon built for? I don't know, but who the meat man is, but we shouldn't focus on that. Doesn't make as much sense as my numbers theory. Sponge Bacon. Secret weapon is what was creating all those ghosts. Ghosts don't have meat, so perhaps the meat man is harvesting humans and then killing them to create more ghosts for their ghost army. Hashtag, who is the meat man? I am the meat man, my meat is delicious. Oh god, here we go. Blanche McDougal. That's kind of dumb. That's definitely more about Monarch than ghosts. Sponge Bacon, you said Monarch's doing weird shit in the industrial area and the energy. Could it be ghost energy? The answer is yes. Their plan is simple. Harvest ghost energy, cause ghost multiplication, build massive ghost army. A mass haunting is underway, and the meat man is behind all of this. Blanche was the first to discover the truth. Hashtag, who is the meat man? Blanche McDougal, please don't connect me to this. Oh my god. So Chupacabra for real. I started thinking about how to locate the meat man. I drew a dot on the map of Riverport over every butcher shop in the city. When I combined the dots, they all drew a picture of a swan with a really weird neck. Those dots were black. Black Swan. Who is the meat man? Hashtag. Black Swan, a symbol of darkness. This is going somewhere. Hashtag. Who is the meat man? The dots were only black because you were using a black marker. There's no goddamn meat man. I'm starting a new thread. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just love that. And this is half of why I wanted to do Hardline, because this dude's dialogue and what he brings to the story is just fucking hysterical. I love it.
Was that Paul?
That's how he arrived in the past.
Well, how's that possible? It wasn't even the same time machine he entered at the university.
That's one question I still don't have an answer for.
No nothingness, I cannot stop. Exactly, Max. This is exactly how it would go down, too, if you had a weirdo like him involved in this shit. Alright, here's
Looks like he tested time travel with rats first.
Sounds about right.
Why am I not surprised that Will's hamster was a test subject?
Looks like Schrodinger got a raw deal.
No, poor Schrodinger. Yeah, we want to see Nick's Mind and Psychonauts. That would be a lot of fun. Him and the Milkman conspiracy would be right next to each other. We already got that one. Let's grab this one.
It's Will's journal.
Okay.
Everything's in here. All the secrets he kept from us. If he just told me about all of this, I could have...
We need that, Celeste.
It's best not to think about
We need a Meat Man DLC, 100%. I'm down for this.
Building that thing. Abandon everything else, including me. Now I know why.
Actually, Yellow Bat, that is a good thing. That's a good point. Is if you were Monarch, I would have some people that would go through the conspiracy theory forums and intentionally put out disinformation and just ludicrous sounding conspiracy theories so that no one would actually trust the real shit when it gets brought up. That is, I think that's actually a technique they use in PsyOps. So that if this sounds completely ludicrous, anybody in this entire forum is therefore not trustworthy and their information's bunk as well. Let's make the meat man real. Oh my god. Okay, so entry 63. I just got back from the funeral. My parents are dead. It feels like I was just told about the crash an hour ago. It isn't real yet. Standing there, I was numb to it all, weighed down under some expectation to emote in a manner that suited the situation, as if I needed to cry to appease the crowd. Jack was always the younger brother copying me. In that graveyard, our roles were strangely reversed. Tears were running down my brother's face, and I was observing him like some alien, desperately trying to learn how to feel. Looking at the pain in his eyes, I wasn't thinking about my parents at all, only Jack. Death is supposed to bring the living closer together, but I've never felt more distant from somebody I cared for so dearly. It tears me up inside thinking I can't protect him from what's going on, what he's going through. I can't ease his pain. I don't have the social proficiency to wield my empathy into some well-articulated apology that will make him forget about this. The irony is that the only cure for this pain is time. Ever since February 20th, 1999, the concept has been given a new meaning. The experiment was meant to give hope, not take it away. What I was told that day was haunted me ever since. The very notion of a fracture in time has overshadowed everything since, even this. I don't need to see the future to know that I will let him down. I can't be the parental figure that Jack has lost. I can't be the brother that he needs. It's Christmas. I can't even give him that. No one can. There's nothing I want more than to protect him, and there's only one way I know how to do that with certainty. I will finish the countermeasure. I will make sure that the dangers I warned of that day never come to pass. I can't fix the past, but it's not too late for the future. It doesn't surprise me. Alright, so that's all right there. My bleeding clock.
I try to forget that period.
Oh my god. Please say there's a CD.
Jack used to be in a punk
Dude,
band.
I already got it in the stereo.
Yes.
No. No.
Check it out.
Stop it, Nick.
God damn it.
We're not going to talk about my emo phase here.
Wow. You know, this song really speaks to me.
Shut up, Beth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm just leaving you. You guys
Your
are dicks.
true weapon is obviously the healing power of your music.
Shut up.
I mean, it's not even that bad. I could totally bone to this.
Really, Nick?
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, yeah. So, yep, Jack was in an emo punk band. Beautiful. What do you think? Oh my god, it is Sam. I didn't even notice that Sam was in this poster. I honestly didn't even know that, so thanks for pointing it out.
No use going there before talking to Dr. Amaral.
Okay, let's go deal with Amaral first, and then we'll head in. Let's just pretend that we never heard that. So unfortunately, there is no Poet to the Fall in this game. They actually did write an official theme for that was supposed to be put in the game, and I think it got cut for some reason.
How's it look?
Do you know the meat man that lives on
Problem is
Drury
quite
Lane?
simple, really. The power relay is down. You'll need to find a way to reset it up. There, where the light is. I'll lower the ladder for you.
What happened to the power relay?
No, there's no
Power
old gods in
surge
here.
occurred at 7 a.m. this morning, when the machine was activated.
Like, they have reference to the old gods, but the old gods themselves don't have any music here.
That's hours before we even got here.
Well, the numbers don't lie.
Okay. I guess
Hey,
I'm
Ryan,
doing
so we
some
got
planning.
through the bridge section, and we're currently in the swimming pool time machine section.
Saves me from volunteering.
Okay, well, let's walk past you real quick, because I think there is a Chronon source literally right next to me. Come on, let me pick it up. How do I pick this up? There we go. Yabo. Okay, so we got 2 more Chronon sources here, further out.
Go.
Alright, more dialogue from Amaral.
So what was the deal with the power thing?
The power relay is down. You can climb the ladder I lowered to find out what's wrong with it.
There was that's why Labyrinth was cut. Gotcha. Some licensing problems. That sucks. Yeah, no worries. I did it early today because a buddy of mine came down from Northern California, so I'm going to spend the evening hanging out.
You've been loyal to Serene for years. How do we know we can trust you?
My loyalty has always been to the future. I will dedicate myself to whatever assures
Yes,
our survival.
Celeste. 100%. Yeah, that's Assedge's lines in Control. If you flip it backwards, is "I'm wilder than you," direct reference to Beth Wilder, the other character that Courtney Hope played for Remedy. 100%.
You're not mad at him, even after he turned his back on you.
Paul's doing what he believes is right. The same as you.
Time is bleeding. That is one way to look at it. Art imitating, or life imitating art.
When he came to see me in that cell, he said something about the end bringing new dangers. What did he mean?
Monarch was built to protect us from what comes after time stops.
She's got a lot of dialogue.
What exactly does Monarch think is coming?
When the fracture escalates further, you'll see for yourself.
Okay, so we got all you. Now let's head back over on the other side. Okay, so now we can head back over on this side. Yeah, like, I listened to it a few times. It's going to take me a little bit of time to try to figure out how Labyrinth fits into Quantum Break as a narrative theme. I've only listened to it once, and I wasn't picking up anything at that time, but whatever. Is one of not the coolest things for me in gaming. It's just so much fun, Vadim. Everything about how they designed the Remedyverse is just incredible. It's not necessarily just the games, but just the atmosphere they bring, the community. It's all the stuff they put into it that keeps us literally analyzing things for a decade after the game comes out. It just keeps us engaged all the time. I freaking adore it. Hey there.
You've got to be kidding me.
What is it?
This is all my stuff from our family home. Kept everything.
It's the giraffe.
Guess you thought you might come back.
It's the giraffe that Will
Is
used to talk
that-
to.
Yep. Will's personal psychiatrist. Want to give it a try?
In the theories, yes.
I think that giraffe's holding enough baggage.
Oh, is that when it was supposed to play Yell Bat? Gotcha. I didn't know when they were going to put it in the game. That's good. Thanks for the info on that.
Jack? You okay?
Yeah.
His name is Giraffe. Claude Francis Jr. is a group of street artists. Okay.
My artsy rebel phase.
Complete with a very rebellious how-to guide. I always wanted to try this, actually.
What, graffiti?
Never had the time.
Street art? Yeah. Well, let's get going. The giraffe had a camera inside. Oh, dude, don't get my paranoia up there. Nice camera angle.
Toto. That's my signature.
That's your signature, Beth?
You made this?
I've never even been here before.
That woman in the picture is you, isn't it? So,
Jack. There's something you should know. 1999. I was 8 years old, playing in my backyard, and a woman approached me, told me she was from the future.
Dun dun dun.
She gave me very specific details of events that would come to pass. She gave me this. Filled with dates, events, proof of it all. Jack, that woman.
it was you.
She
Everything
fitted herself
I
as
told
a child.
myself would happen did. Every detail, for better or worse, came to pass and couldn't be changed. Our fate is laid out before us, Jack. Everything that happened to get us here, every sacrifice that was made, they're all a part of this path. And they can't be changed or undone.
Beth,
When we step in that time machine, you will see for yourself.
Well, we've never been with Beth where she sees one of these pieces of graffiti.
all right.
This is literally the first
you're not
time
sure
they've
about
been in
how
the
all
same
this
room
works.
together.
We can try it your way.
And it makes even more sense considering, like, the biggest foreshadowing for this is at the end of Act 2 where we jump in the van with her and she starts listening to Africa by Toto. She's saying, hey, my music. And your older stuff doesn't give you lottery numbers.
It's her. She's the one who's been painting all over the city.
So she had advanced knowledge of what would happen and literally put stuff in there just to mess with people. I think it's on the other side of the wall there.
Notebook was full of dates, events that would come to pass, instructions. Her entire existence was formed out of those pages.
Yep. Exactly, Tao. It's another closed loop. The notebook could not have been written without it have been given to her in the first place, so when did it originate? It didn't originate anywhere. It just popped that into existence from nothing. I think there's a term for that, something ogenesis. I forgot the exact term, where something pops into existence out of nothing. I know there's a word for it. I apologize. Okay, real, but how did she know about this? Come on, woman, you should have realized it earlier. She probably had suspicions, but she didn't have proof, and this is where it landed. All right, let me get some tea real quick. Oh my gosh. Because this is going to be a lot of reading right here. Okay, throw my tea bag out of there. Okay, this is Beth's notebook. I know that this encounter will be a lot to take in. After all, it's not every day you meet your future self. Well, it says it right here. It says it right here, you meet your future self, so you should know right off the bat. It's literally sentence 2. I tell you that you need to keep this all a secret, but I know you won't listen. You'll learn that lesson the hard way. The next few years won't be easy for you. Nobody you know is ever going to understand what you are going through. Those closest to you will try to change you, convince you that you are losing your mind. You're not. You are special. You have been chosen to do something amazing. Know that your struggles will be all worth it in the end because you have a purpose. You're going to save the world. How do I know? I've been through all this before, and I'm going to prove it. Below you will find a list of events that will come to pass in the future. They cannot be changed or undone. It will take time for you to accept this, but eventually you will learn to use this knowledge to your advantage. You will be prepared for what is coming. Yeah, it's just like Jesse. Everyone's gonna think you're absolutely nuts. You're seeing the echoes here paralleling between Beth and Jesse right now. October 3rd, 2000. Derek Stevenson has been bullying you for months. On October 3rd, you will push him down the staircase at school. You'll do everything in your power to resist this, partly to avoid the consequences, partly to approve this book wrong. But the terrible things he will say in that moment will be too much for you to handle. He'll pretend to cry, claim that you gave him a concussion, and you'll take all the blame. You will be transferred to another school. You'll hope things will get better. They won't. It's going to be a difficult year. Whenever you feel helpless, just remember this book. You are special. You have a purpose that they don't. Hold on to that. And if it makes you feel better, 16 years from now, Derek will be working at the dollar store. He still lives with his mom. Well, I guess that's one way to freaking feel better about it. December 3rd, 2000. Mr. Harstook from next door will pass away. February 3rd, 2001. The kids at school will steal your jacket. Your parents will claim that you're hiding it on purpose so that they will buy you a new one. Look in the bin on the corner of 3rd and Main. You'll find something that will get you through the winter. You'll be teased for wearing it by Michelle. You'll fight back, but it will only make things worse. Eventually, when you are able to contain your anger, take her aside and say the following things to her. I'm sorry about your mom. Then give her a hug. She will push you away. She will look incredibly confused, vulnerable, and she will never tease you again. The grandfather paradox the other night, Rodent, yeah. Like this self-sustained paradox. And this is something I've always trying to figure out of how this works in these time travel narratives where there is no beginning, no end. It is a physically closed loop. I mean, the only reason that the countermeasure is even built in the first place is because the time machine existed, and that couldn't have existed without this in the first place. So it's just Genesis ex nihilo, Samson. Yeah, it's something like that, Ryan. There's something that's in Dark as well, another amazing time travel story. Oh yeah, I think my sister has been trying to get me to watch Dark. All right, April 24th, 2001. Erica, your best friend will break your arm. Having read this, you'll do everything in your power to prevent this. The actions you take to avoid this from happening will only make it so. This is the first time you will truly witness that your fate is already determined. It cannot be changed. Erica will blame you for the incident. Try not to take this to heart. You'll soon discover that she isn't the friend you thought she was. Stay strong. You will find people who respect you for who you are very soon. August 5th, 2001. You will take the night bus home. There will be only one other passenger on board, a scruffy-looking kid with a black eye. His name is Jack Joyce. Remember his face. He's going to become important down the line. September 11th, 2001. This one will change you. And for any... and I remember exactly. The weird thing is, they always say you remember where you were. I remember exactly what I was doing on September 11th, that morning when we all got the news. I was 11 years old at the time. But yeah, we all remember exactly what was going on. An event will occur that will devastate the entire nation. An act of terrorism will cause the World Trade Centers to collapse. Thousands will die. I won't go into further detail because the more you know, the more painful it will become when you are unable to prevent it. And you will try to prevent it. You will fail. You will curse this book for not telling you more. You will curse yourself for not being able to stop it. It will take a long time to get over this, but eventually you will use this pain to fuel your path forward. You've now felt what it is to be completely unprepared for what is coming. It won't happen again. Next time you'll be ready. You were born on September 16th, 2001. Wow, just right afterwards. Holy crap. You didn't know what was going on. I think I was in 6th grade at the time. It was weird. I was, just a little personal note on my end. As at that time, I was really big into card tricks and doing, like, home magic tricks and stuff like this. So I just figured out and mastered one trick, and I was running into my parents' bedroom to show off to my dad real quick. And it was on the news at the time, so I didn't understand at the time why he wasn't giving me the attention. I was like, here, check this out, this is really cool. And he was just like half in tears, in shock at the whole time, and just ignored me, and it was just a really weird, surreal experience. And it wasn't until I got pulled out of my class because I went to school that day and I was pulled out a couple hours afterwards. And was when I found out what was going on. Yeah, there's a mod here. Yellow Bat should be here. Where's the spammer? Hold on. Where's the spam? I don't know where it is. Sorry, I'm catching up in chat real quick. I can't find it. Anyways, if you see anything, let Yellbat know. He's taking care of it. Yeah, I didn't notice any spam. I didn't notice any spam in chat. Anyways. But yeah, it's definitely... Check the live chat. So good. Yeah, I'm looking at chat. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, in Discord. Where in Discord? Because I got a couple DMs over there. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. Let me try to take care of it. I'm not seeing anything unless someone's getting DM'd. Is it the Astane, or Yo Boy? Oh, no, Yo Boy, that's some Remedy stuff. I've gotten that received before. There's 2 chat streams and YouTube chat. Astane, okay, I'll kick him real quick. I got it. Oh, you're asking me. Sorry about that, Aston. Sorry about that. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Apologies about that. You're good. You're still in Discord. Okay, you got it. Thanks. All right, we're back. We'll read some more real quick. Sorry for the section there. You're still good, dude. That was a close call there. All right. So what is coming? Let's move onwards. October 8th, 2016. An experiment gone wrong will cause time to break down. This event will be referred to as a fracture in time. The onset of this event cannot be prevented, but the outcome must be. If the fracture is not stopped, then time itself will come to an end. Life on our planet will end. Saving the world wasn't an overstatement. It is your mission. You must stop the fracture. You can pull this off, but to do so, you will need to follow some simple instructions. Learn who to trust. Short answer, nobody. The less people know about you, the safer you will be. From this point forward, your mission takes priority over every other aspect of your life. Do not start a relationship of any kind that you aren't willing to leave behind in a moment's notice. There is one exception to this rule. We will get to that. Know your enemy. Monarch Solutions. They will try to prevent you from achieving your goal. Learn everything you can about them. You will know the best way to achieve this when the time is right. Monarch is run by a man named Paul Serene. You must never be seen by Paul Serene. If he discovers you, then you will risk failing your mission. Learn everything you can about him. Remain hidden, but keep in mind the best place to hide is often in plain sight. Blend in. Change your appearance frequently. Hair color, clothing style, everything. Be cautious about drawing attention to yourself. Learn to blend in. Examine those around you. The way they move, speak, laugh, copy them. Become your surroundings. Train daily. There are a series of skills you need to master to be truly prepared. Hand-to-hand combat, Filipino Kali, Jeet Kune Do, weapons training with knives, pistols, shotguns, rifles, wilderness survival, compartmentalization, lip reading, facial recognition. The list is one that you will build as you go. In time, you'll understand what is necessary and what isn't. Don't rush yourself. Start with gymnastics. Study your target. Jack Joyce, he's the one person who can help you in your mission. He's the exception to Rule 1. You can trust him. Learn what you can do about Jack. Study him from afar, but do not approach him directly. You aren't the only one watching him. On October 9th, 2016, you will rescue Jack Joyce. From there, the next steps will reveal themselves. Be patient with him. He is stubborn, reckless, naive, but you can't do this without him, and he has his moments. He's much smarter than he seems at first. Don't mistake grief for stupidity. Study your objective. The countermeasure, this is the device that was built to stop the fracture in time. This is your objective. Find the countermeasure and use it to stop the fracture. Achieve this and the world will be saved. The device was built by Jack's brother, Dr. William Joyce. Any attempt to contact William or find the countermeasure before the onset of the fracture will be in vain. Wait. Jack will show you the way. Retrieving the countermeasure will not be a simple task. It will involve great hardship and sacrifice. When the time comes, you'll be ready for this. When you first read this, it won't make much sense to you. Over time, you will believe every word, but you will feel unprepared. You will wish that I had told you everything. I promise you that what is written here is everything you will need in order to get you to where you need to be. I know this, because I'm already there. Chin up, Toto. You're going to achieve amazing things. Okay. More tea. My throat is killing me. Oh my gosh. It's an effort to keep her trying. It can get disheartening when you try and fail all your life. Yep, and then Jamie, and they mentioned it right afterwards, Fred from Psychonauts. Learned helplessness. Don't worry about it. Is it the spammer, me? Is that who we're talking about here? Did she just call herself a dog, Toto? I have no clue. No, she knows exactly what's going on. Oh, thank you, Bad. I was about to just take care of it. You are awesome. So no, she knows. The thing is, it's actually not that she doesn't know what's going on. It's just that she has known exactly what's going on forever, for the entire time leading up to this point. She's had a journal telling her her entire path. And what we're going to find out is once you reach that point in time where young Beth becomes this Beth, from there on forward, she doesn't know what's going to happen. Imagine going your whole life knowing everything that's going to unfold, and then suddenly you have no clue what's happening. But that's what we're going to get to shortly. Hey there, Kenyatta, how you doing? I love Beth's character, I'll be honest. She is so well written. I love it.
There we go.
Well, the reason why she didn't give her lottery numbers is because the first time through the loop, she didn't receive lottery numbers, therefore it doesn't happen the second time around.
Why the hell would your brother put maintenance controls way up there?
That's exactly the kind of question that never
Doing
would have
well.
entered Will's
Thanks,
mind
buddy.
while building this thing. Hey. Of course.
Okay, well, we got a stutter, so I might as well take care of this.
Don't expect to.
Where is it? And there's the last one. Pop. I think that's every collectible in the area. Yep, but let's go ahead and do our upgrades real quick. I want to increase threat detection. That's definitely going to help.
Having trouble getting to that red light?
I'm playing this on a PC on Steam right now.
Easier said than done.
I haven't really gotten my PS4 to hook up with Streamlabs just yet. I'm still trying to figure that out.
So red turned into green.
You didn't know how I knew how to do that? Well, it's called I played the game before. That's really about it. I mean, William, why would you set this up like that, where you have to parkour your way through just to be able to fix your damn machine?
All right, all lights are
No,
green.
not PS4. It would have been Xbox One, sorry. I don't even own an Xbox One, to be frank. My PC specs, I got a, 3070 RTX GeForce. The NVIDIA 3070, 32 RAM, gigabytes of RAM, and I forgot what processor I have. Let me jump down real quick and not hurt myself. Easy, his special herbs. Yeah, his special plants might have had something to do with it. Who knows? I've never actually tried jumping into that time orb in the center. The little mini black hole there. What happens if you do? Alright. Sorry, I'm half looking at chat and half walking around. Alright, let's do this. Time machine activated. I don't know who would want to jump into a black hole. I mean, they do it in Galaxy Quest. They did it in Interstellar, but whatever. You ready? Or are we going to go turn it on this side? What's up, Nick? No. Where do we go to turn this damn thing on? Wow, I feel lost. It's one of these buttons. Maybe right here? Yeah, here we go. What's happening right now? We're fixing the time machine so that Beth and Jack can go back in time and steal a countermeasure.
Diagnostics are positive. This may actually work.
Yeah, I have the specs somewhere in the Discord. I was posting them when I was building it the first time.
Actually functioning.
Okay.
Actually,
we're doing this.
I think I can find out right now.
I'll set the data into the console.
Give me a second. 2 seconds. Let me go back to the reading room. And let me do this. I can find out. And back. Okay. So performance, CPU. It's a Ryzen, AMD Ryzen 7th generation 5800X 8-core is my processor. And yeah, 32 gigs of RAM. I got a solid state and a C drive. And then, yeah, the RTX 3070. I don't really know much about PC builds. I just kind of made a few things, threw it in Discord, got some input, and we went from there.
July 4th, 2010.
Yeah, I have 2 external monitors.
No. Are you?
Yes, we did Act 2 of Time Knife in the last one.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's go back in time.
Let's go. This is it. There's no turning back.
Hey, wait.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I'll get you your therapy session. We'll do a one-on-one.
What did you do? That was the wrong door. You changed the date. Where is she? Where is she?
I had no choice. I couldn't let you take the countermeasure. It would put our entire plan at risk. I already called Monarch from the terminal. They're on their way.
Nick, you're supposed to be watching her.
Fuck!
We need the countermeasure to run the lifeboat.
Well, Beth just went somewhere. We have no fucking clue where she's at now.
I'm gonna follow through with the plan. Tie her up and get as far away from here as you can.
Yeah, I've got this. Don't worry.
Are you actually gonna fucking do it this time, Nick? Yeah, this went badly. So she went into the left corridor, which travels forward in time. The right corridor travels backwards in time. So Beth went somewhere to the future. We have no clue how far forward into the future she went. But remember... I'm not going to say that yet. The oldest house, that's where she went. Yeah, she went to the oldest house. That's what happened. No. She didn't send Beth to the past. She sent Beth to the future, Draco. The left-hand corridor, because a clock goes forward in time when going clockwise. So going in through the left means you're going clockwise. All right, here we go. This is the first time we've actually been inside the time machine. Who Who are you? So we're seeing some shades or ghosts or echoes of people who've previously gone through this corridor. So this right here is an older lady. We do not have an identity for this lady. We'll talk more about her later, though. We can see Beth in front of us walking in the same direction. Here's Paul right here walking forward in time. And here's an unknown person in a suit. So other than us three, there's an old lady and two unknown individuals. We have no clue. And we're back from outer space.
Your first journey back in time, 2010. This is where our notes get hazy.
You know how it ended.
Your goal when you arrived was to retrieve the countermeasure.
But my goal had to wait. Because I wasn't alone.
We really don't know, Yellowbat. Like, I'm assuming whoever we see are the only people that have traveled through the corridor themselves personally. And that right there would essentially imply that only 5 individuals have ever been in and out of this. Paul, Beth, now Jack, or technically 6. Paul, Beth, now Jack, 2 unknown individuals, and that old lady. So here's some emails between Joyce sent, or Beth Wilder to William Joyce sent on the 4th of July, 2010. It's finished. It's finally finished. Tests are all positive. I've officially constructed a working countermeasure for the fracture in time. I can't prove it, obviously, since there's no fracture to deploy it against, but I believe it will work. It has passed every test I can conceive. There's no reason I can see that it wouldn't. Given your knowledge of the future, I'm guessing you already knew this would be the date. I completed my work. This day's been a long time coming. I was beginning to doubt it was possible. I haven't heard from you in almost 2 years. Please tell me you're still out there. So time travel, you have to walk, but I'm lazy as hell. Why not just a chair? Yeah, sit down in a chair, go through it like you're going through the Haunted Mansion, right? Beth Wilder finally responded. I'm now going to ask you something that will sound counterintuitive. Leave the workshop, leave the countermeasure behind, and do not return until tomorrow morning. As with all of my orders, it is best that I don't go into further detail. I know better than to ask you reasoning behind this. In 11 years, you've never been wrong. In 11 years, you've never been wrong. And I don't want to know about the future anyway. But that won't make this easier for me to digest. Can we meet tomorrow? Now that the device is complete, I need to know what the next steps are. And please be careful with the countermeasure. It's tremendously powerful, and sourcing the chronon particles for it alone has taken over a decade. Rebuilding would take me years and years. We don't know, Vadim. We'll have some more information on that regarding Miss Martin Hatch later, though.
Hey, Bobby Radford.
Bobby Radford.
4th of July, and what a fine day it is, too. Things are looking up for Riverport. Don't believe me? Just look at that shiny new Monarch building going up. That's a big deal for this town. Sure, I know there's been complaints, talking about how Monarch's tearing down this or that, taking over the mom-and-pop spots, making Riverport more corporate. Some of that's happening. It ain't all good. A huge corporation like that, you know, they're all about power and profit. But I say, hold on there. Put it in perspective. This town's been miserable for a long time. A long time. When our shipbuilding industry took that final nosedive, we hit one hell of a slump. A lot of people I know have been unemployed for years now, and that's hard. But Monarch's here. And they're starting to change that big time. So they ain't perfect. So what? It beats the alternative. I want to be optimistic about this.
Yep.
Wrong to have a little hope for the future.
Yeah, Bobby's definitely optimistic right now, as he said, Ryan, but the second they reveal their true face, he turns on a dime. And yeah, Matt, Devs is an amazing thing about time determinism. I haven't finished it. I've only watched the first 4 episodes. My dad is a fiend for that show. He's probably watched the whole series probably like 12 times over and over again.
What the? Someone's in here.
But yeah, I do need to watch Devs at some point. Or at least finish Devs, I should say. All right. Someone's
Who the
been
hell is
shooting
that?
the background here.
The fuck are they shooting at?
I don't see Jesse as a bland character, Caramel. I can definitely see how some could perceive her as not being as complex as Alan or Max Payne, for example. But I think a lot of her characterization, the problem is it happens off screen. We're supposed to imply her characterization from information we know in the past and just presume at it rather than showing us her characterization. I think that's really the issue that they had with Control. Jack, on the other hand, he has no character. He has no characterization basically whatsoever. But that's a whole nother topic. There she is.
Beth? It's me. Hey. What happened to you?
A lot of shit. She's seen some things.
There's no turning back.
It's only been a couple minutes for us, but
Jack?
supposedly she's been here for 11 years, as we saw with that email. So she's supposed to be 25 here, so she'd be, I think, 36 years old by the time
Dr.
we meet
Emerald
her
sent me
now.
to the future. I fought for months trying to find a way to get back. I wasn't the only one. I followed him back.
She probably was still aging, it's just they didn't really animate it as well with the modeling.
He set William's machine to 1999. The first possible exit point.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Ah, it's okay. I'm on your side.
Who are you?
I'm Beth Wilder. There's some things you need to know.
Then again, Paul is 17 years older than he was when he first went into it, and they look relatively the same, so who knows?
You're the reason he built the countermeasure. And you've been here ever since. 11 years. Why? Why didn't you come back?
We should get ready.
Because Courtney doesn't age, that's true, Neko.
We don't have much time.
She had changed. And there was a weight in her eyes. She was hiding something.
She always was.
Okay. Here's her new diary.
What exactly do you believe changed in Beth?
She lost hope.
That's it. Let's read this real quick. So we read her journal, everything from childhood up to going through that time machine, and this is everything she's learned after the fact. Yeah, we'll see more, but yes, Beth left the graffiti, and we'll talk about that as we go, but she signed it with Toto, which is her own name, or her nickname, I should say. February 28th, 1999. Back in time. Here I am, back in time. I've already lived once before. No idea how long I'll need to stay here. No idea what comes next. This isn't how it was supposed to go. This wasn't the plan. If I'm going to come to terms with that, then I'm going to need to write it all down. There's nobody to tell this to but myself, so... Hello again. Hello me again. This all started back in 2016. Jack and I kidnapped Dr. Amaral. We were supposed to use the time machine to travel back to 2010 and retrieve the countermeasure. I believe Dr. Amaral switched the dates at the last moment. I heard Jack calling out, but it was too late. I was already inside. There's nothing to do but keep moving forward, and when I exited the corridor, I arrived in the one place I never thought possible. The end of time. You're getting bad, Willie. Something horrible is about to go down. Oh boy. My greatest fears was realized. I'm still trying to grasp what that means. My entire life has been devoted to stopping the fracture. What I saw, was it proof that it couldn't be stopped? I can't believe that. There's a logic to all of this, a meaning. I just haven't found it yet. I'm not ready to write down the details of the end of time. Not yet. The essential part of the story is what I found a way back. I spent a long time trying to fix William's machine, but somebody beat me to it. He set a course to the earliest time machine could operate. The first time the core was activated, February 28th, 1999. I followed him through. That's when I found William, still alive, much younger than I had ever seen him. I warned him about the fracture. I told him that he was the only one who could create a solution. He begged me not to tell him anything else about the future. He said he couldn't stand living like that, being constantly aware what was going to come to pass. His every action just part of a preordained dance. I wanted to tell him more, but I know how he felt. And she really did know how he felt. Because remember, she had the journal from her future self telling everything she was about to do preordained. Determinism. William agreed to do what must be done. He agreed to build the countermeasure. This whole time it was me who set him on that path. He says the machine doesn't have the sufficient chronon capacity to return me to the future. He says a jump that far would be nearly impossible without a substantial scientific breakthrough. Apparently that hasn't happened yet. That's his way of saying I'm trapped in 1999. Second time around. So here I am. Hey there, princess. How you doing? By the way, I did want to let you know, since we mentioned it on Friday, but I will be in Austin. That's the city I'm going to be visiting when I come out next in May to Texas. Since you asked last time around. July 19th, 1999. Time machine move equals success. I worked with Will to get the time machine moved. I had to make sure Serene wouldn't be able to use it to his advantage. So we moved it to the one place I knew it would be safe. The Bradbury swimming pool. Will spent a chunk of his research grant buying the property. It's the only place I know for sure that Monarch won't find us. After all, they still weren't aware of it in 2016. That means this is my new home for the time being. Will refuses to build a countermeasure here. He says it has to be done in his workshop. He chose that location to build the time machine for a reason. Something about abnormal chronon density anomalies or whatever. Didn't seem to concern him with the very people we need to hide from about his workshop. Probably doesn't help that he won't let me tell him who the people actually are. Guy's almost as stubborn as his brother. Now that the move is complete, and Will is on his way, all I can do is wait. Not liking the idea of that. Keeping busy was the only thing that distracted me from the eerie nature of being trapped here. Guess I should look at the bright side. Second chance at having a killer Y2K party. You should say your name like that. Oh, is it Austin? Without the, just your name doesn't have the U, so I saw it as Aston. You got it. September 5th, 1999. Little me, the most surreal experience. Her eyes looked so full of life, looking to the clouds, invulnerable to the world around her. She looked full of life. She looked happy. It was me. I knew the day was coming. I knew that I would go to see her and set her on the mission that she would do what was needed to do what needed to be done. I can't read today. So that someday she would become, well, me. She was in the backyard, bright red duffel coat, playing. Simple pleasures. It's strange. I remember the small details so differently the first time around. When I was a child, the woman who came to see me seemed like an angel, a limitless source of wisdom giving me a purpose. Now that I was that woman, trembling, a lump in my stomach, nervous as hell. It didn't matter. I knew she was too young to see those things on my face. I gave her the notebook. I told a small child to give up those simple pleasures to pursue a life that would bring nothing but pain and hardship. I promised her that it would be all worth it, that she would make a difference, that she would save the world. She believed me. January 1st, 2000. Epic Y2K party. 8 bagels with cream cheese and watched Buffy reruns in a drain swimming pool. Party on. September 11th, 2001, 9/11. I tried to stop it a second time. I warned them, told them exactly what was going to happen, and nothing changed. I came to terms with the fact that none of this could be changed as a child, but since then I've seen things that made me more desperate to prove myself wrong, desperate to believe that what I've seen cannot come to pass. I've tried to rise the Monarch, or I've tried to stop the rise of Monarch. Jeez, I can't fucking talk. I can't talk, I apologize. I tried to stop Paul Serene, both versions of him. Every action was negated by the force of a timeline that cannot be bent or broken. And this is more the fixed point attractors is really what they're referring to in terms of chaos theory. But whatever. We'll talk more about that when I release the video on Quantum Bream coming up in a couple weeks. I've tried to stop tragedy as well. Jack's parents, Christmas of 1999. I knew what happened to them. This time I was there. Car crashed exactly as it was supposed to. My presence only led it to happen as it always did. I went to the funeral. I watched Jack cry. I watched Will build up a wall around himself. I watched two brothers change forever in that moment, and I could do nothing about it. And now this. Fuck. So, Beth essentially caused Jack and Will's parents to die in that car crash. It wouldn't have happened if she wasn't here. May 22nd, 2002, Monarch. They spotted me near William's workshop. Barely got out of there alive. After all this time, Serene's still obsessed with finding me. He won't give up until he does. Have to be more careful in the future. May 22nd, 2003, a full year later, at the end of time. Can you guys... Well, we have a timeline in terms of the end of time later on in the game. The end of time. Been having recurring nightmares about what I saw. I've been dreading doing this, but it's time I have to write it out. The only way to move past it. In 2016, I entered the time machine intending to travel back to 2010. That didn't happen. Dr. Emerald changed the date. When I exited the machine, I was arrived at the end of time. The fracture had run its course. Time had stopped altogether. The entire world was frozen in one hanging moment. Yeah, the huge story points are just in this document. If you don't read it, you're missing all of this characterization right here. Sorry, my throat's just getting a little sore, Ryan. The point, Rodin, is that she can't make any changes. Not that if she didn't want to, but any attempted changes have already been addressed in this timeline. The fracture had run its course. Time had stopped altogether. The entire world was frozen in one hanging moment. I was the only one still able to function, or so I thought. Then the shifters came. I can still hear them. Their souls echo through my dreams. The entire world was still except me. They really don't like movement. I stepped out of the machine into the one thing I spent my entire life trying to prevent. The fracture was never fixed. I was living through the proof. The first hours were the hardest. I was living through a nightmare that I couldn't wake up from, surrounded by constant reminders that my mission would fail, never able to stay in one place because the shifters were always searching, always hunting. I wasn't alone. I discovered the first evidence of this few days in. I heard the shifters becoming agitated by what I was, but I was nowhere near them. They were following somebody else, Paul Serene, a younger Paul, scared and weak, vulnerable. He found me, tried to convince me that we needed to work together to help each other through. He found out very quickly that I wanted him dead. He had no training, no killer instinct, but he had those damn powers and all I had was the Chronon harness. The end of the world was only two people left and become... The end of the world, the only two people left and we became sworn enemies. I can't be sure how long we spent there. It could have been months, could have been years. When time doesn't move, it feels like an eternity. Our grip on reality slipped away, trapped in an endless loop of brutal survival. Though we were enemies, there was a strange bond formulating through that suffering. We shared an experience that no other human had ever endured. Eventually, Paul managed to get William's time machine working. He was convinced that he needed to travel back to the earliest point in order to stop all this from happening. He had yet to learn the past couldn't be changed. I followed him through the machine, but he escaped. He formed Monarch. He built an empire. I watched the birth of a monster. I can't escape the feeling that my actions helped shape what he became. Maybe I could have guided him. Maybe if I hadn't tried to hunt him down and kill him at the end of time, that can't be my part in all of this. There has to be more. She's concerned that she created the killer, or the darker version of Paul, by trying to kill him. Maybe he wouldn't have become that if she had just tried to help him. Much of my experience at the end of time has become a blur in my memory, but there is one detail that I can't shake, one detail that brings my entire mission into question, one detail that haunts me. 2021. February 3rd, 2005. Hobbies. 5 years until the countermeasure will be completed. I spent most of my days training. I don't know what happens when the device is finished, but being prepared is my specialty. I still wonder if Jack will follow the plan, if he'll emerge from that machine in 2010. Best not to think about it. I'm not giving up, but I can't let these thoughts consume me. I need to focus on the present. Focus on what is in front of me. That's the mantra that keeps me going. Just focus on the present. Why are the shifters hunting them? Austin, well, they're hunting them because they don't like any form of motion. They exist in a state of quantum superposition, and they exist only in that zero state. So if anything moves, it disturbs them. Think of them like very dangerous motion detectors. You can't change time, things that are destined to happen, but you can make some minor changes in the past. So anything that isn't... Again, I want to talk about this, fixed point attractors. And if you know what those are, cool. If you don't, we'll talk about them when I do the quantum break video next week. But it's a... attractors are a term in chaos theory, and they're used for modeling of objects through time and their behavior, but we'll talk about that later. So I decided to take some hobbies. I tried poetry, got depressed, dabbled in a guitar for a while, smashed it against the wall. Then I started experimenting with graffiti. Seems to be working okay for me so far. It's fulfilling on a few different levels. Partly as a form of self-expression, partly as a means of release, partly just to fuck with people. What happens when Joe analyzes some graffiti on a wall one day, builds an interpretation in his head, and then 3 years later his depiction of the image comes true? Not sure, but it's fun to think about. I can't change anything, but at least this gives me the illusion of some kind of power. That illusion is what keeps me going on. Sometimes I leave anonymous notes in people's mailboxes telling them what will happen next week. I watch their reactions from afar. Voyeurism and graffiti. That's my life these days. Focus on the present. October 8th, 2007, Jack. I started watching him recently. I know Monarch is tracking him, so I keep my distance. I wasn't sure why I felt the need to follow him, to watch his life from the outside, but now I think I understand. I met Jack in the wake of his brother's death, the onset of the fracture, worst day of both of our lives. He was broken. That's the only Jack I ever knew. There's some kind of comfort in seeing him in happier times. I watched his band play a gig nearby. Atrociously bad, whiny emo music. Definitely a music movement I didn't need to live through a second time. Though there was something pure about seeing him up there letting it all out. He never had an easy life. It was nice to see how he found a way to release all that. He just looked happy. It made me forget everything else. Einstein proved that a past and the future exist simultaneously in a geometric object. I'll have to do into research onto that, to be perfectly honest. I haven't studied any of those, that line of thinking, Austin. The nightmares stopped for a while after that, so I kept following him. It gave me something else to focus on. I've spent most of my life hiding who I am, but what I know. I knew Jack for less than 24 hours, but he's the only person I've opened up to about everything. I've told him the truth. He believed me. I wish I could thank him for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to tell him if he comes through the machine on July 4th, 2010. What will he think when he sees me? 11 years will have passed. I look like I've aged 3 lifetimes since then. Not really. And for him, I could have only been a matter of minutes. What do I say? That I saw the end? That this might be all for nothing? I was the one who believed without question that we would stop the fracture. That confidence has now been replaced with insecurity, weakness. I fear letting him see that. I fear that he'll see the doubt in my eyes. For years, I felt invincible, full of hope. I'm not that woman anymore. I'm scared. Yeah, I appreciate it, Austin. You can link them over to me. I like studying new stuff. I'll be honest, I never made it into this far into the collectibles. Why had a borderline full book to read in my game, Remedy? Why? Why did I have a TV show about Beth instead of Monarch, right? It's fucking... So you haven't read any of this stuff yet, Yellowbat? Yeah, it's crazy. Is essentially, again, the biggest issue, the difference between Beth's character and Paul's character is hope. And with the second she went to the end of time, she lost that hope. She believed her entire life that she was going to prevent something, and now that she knows that it exists and it can't be changed, what's the point? 100%. The myth steps in this game drive you nuts. Yeah. Like, everything they have here is great if you take it away with how it's presented. It's just bad presentation. What's the name of the show? It's just Quantum Bream. It's just a TV show that's built into the game itself, nothingness. Tonight I painted something at the university campus. It was only after I finished and took a step back to look at it I realized I've seen it before, about a decade ago. Remains of something painted on the wall but washed away. It was a jolt. Is all this futile? Nothing sticks, nothing changed. All of it washed away by the river of time. Fucking time travel. Okay, July 9th, 2008. Will, I've been in contact with Will every 6 months or so, short exchanges to keep an update at his progress building the countermeasure. He's still at least 2 years away from completion, but he's now confident that he knows how the countermeasure works. He told me that the countermeasure will be able to reverse a fracture in time, but in order to do so, it must be activated early in the escalation of the fracture. Once the fracture runs its course, once the end of time is reached, he believes the countermeasure will be rendered ineffective. I asked him what it would mean if the end of time ever occurred. He said it would mean that the fracture was never stopped. It would mean that we failed. July 21st. Everything I've done has been for nothing. 4th of July 2010. Final entry. The day is here. Soon I will receive word that William has completed the countermeasure. I'm sure of it. I've come to accept that this doesn't mean we will succeed. I've come to accept that my mission was a lie. But I'm not giving up, lie or not. I devoted my life to this cause. It gave me meaning. It's all I've ever known. Even if I've seen the proof that I won't succeed, I'm not giving up. I will dedicate every ounce of courage I have left to see this through. I'll retrieve the countermeasure. I'll keep it safe until 2016. I'll do everything in my power to activate it when the time comes. I will fail, but I will fail knowing that I did everything in my power to save the world. For years, I hoped that this would be the day when I would see Jack again. I've given up that hope. This mission started with me alone. That's how it will end. This will be my final entry. I can see that, Lone Code. They can drop the budget on this by doing it this way. It doesn't take, just putting a document in there gets a lot more information through than it does by animating the entire thing and creating whole things. Sorry, my voice is cracking there a little bit at the end. I'm getting a little bit emotional, to be 100% honest. Alright, let's get this going.
I can't do this anymore. I can't. I can't fucking do this.
According to Nietzsche, it's embracing responsibility in the one's fate of the escape or the changing point, embracing armor. Amor. We need a Mr. Robot Society scene with Beth. Yeah. Have you checked out the listening to the diaries of Quantum Bream? Yes, Isaac. We've been doing the diaries. We basically at the end of every act we backtrack and go through them. Okay, let's see where all of these collectibles are. Just want to make sure we pick up everything. So it's just the 4 we need to pick up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're good.
11 years.
She started this wall when she first got here. Don't you think the game where the idea of choice and mysteries throughout is not the game to have a choice system in it? We'll talk about that TNT when we get to the end. The devs could have put them in some place where we can find easy. Just saying, yeah. Yeah, but I bet having TV shows about the personal problems of Beth lost in time would sure be less expensive than a car chases and fight scenes. 100%. 100% yellow bet. Like, this is a good experiment, and if you take it from just the narrative itself,
where's the countermeasure?
It's wonderful, but there's some presentation issues, definitely.
The countermeasure's at William's workshop, where he built it.
Then, that's where we go.
Yes. That was the plan. I just have to unlock this. My supplies are upstairs. We'll need to get them.
Yeah, that was
so
the plan.
much you don't know that you never saw. I gave up on the idea that you would ever come.
Yes, and that's the biggest. I actually have a video planned at one point called Beth's Hope, and it entirely deals with her character arc and how
I need to know we're still in
this
this
event
together.
radically transformed her.
I told you once our fate is already laid out for us. I still believe that. More than ever. I'm just worried what that might mean.
It means we finish this.
I could talk for hours about Quantum Break in both good and bad ways, and that's kind of why I love it. Even though it's one of those things, like, it's kind of like with family. Like, you accept the goods and the bads with them because they're family. You don't care. You overlook the bads and hold on to the goods because Quantum Break, despite its flaws, is part of the Remedy family. So we'll accept it and love it for what it is.
You need gear? Take whatever you need. The rest of it's going in the river. Along with everything else I brought here.
That's a little drastic.
My time here is done, Jack. I have to erase my presence. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Yeah, Courtney's performance here really shows off exactly what's going on.
Ready when you are, Jack.
With her character and what happened to her in a psychological sense. She's just going through the motions at this point. Not the heavy pistol. Tactical SMG, no. Carbine, shotgun, yes, I want the carbine. And I want the tactical SMG. If I can find it. Advanced SMG, that's the one I want.
You followed Paul to 1999. Why did he travel so far back?
To form Monarch. Prepare for what's coming.
You kept tabs on him.
And he's kept tabs on me.
Alright, so this is again just a history of everything that happened from 1999 up to the present, so we don't have to worry about that too much.
Okay. The countermeasures at Will's workshop. We find it, then what?
You bring it back here, use the machine, and return to the future. Use it to stop the fracture. That was always the plan.
That was always the plan.
That is still the plan.
Yes.
This section is just... I hate seeing her like this.
I can't imagine what happened to you. When you entered that machine, I wanted to go after you, but I didn't know where Sophia sent you or how to find you.
You made it here. It's all that matters. You followed the plan.
Whatever happened to you, change it.
Don't.
We can fix this.
Don't.
We can undo this.
You still don't get it. It can't be changed. No matter what we do, the pieces fall in all of the exact same places. I've tried. Over and over.
I can't just sit back and do nothing.
You have to let go. Jack. You have to let go. I've seen it. The end of time. That is where she sent me. I was there. I've been fighting this fight my entire life, and I saw us fail. I saw where this leads. I just don't know anymore. I don't know if we can win this thing.
Then we'll die finding out.
Ugh, I hate this. Taking a character so full of confidence, certainty, and how easily it is to shatter that. Hope's a powerful thing. One funny thing, nothingness, is his name, Jack Joyce. It's based upon Jack's choice.
I don't know a fraction of the hell that Beth went
Yeah,
through.
Courtney
what she
killed
experienced
it in
when she
this
saw the end
role.
of time, how that changed her, like
100%.
it changed Paul. Followed by 11 years of living like a ghost. Beth I'd known had laser focus. This Beth,
I think it's partially both, Isaac.
she had doubts. You okay? But the countermeasure, the one thing that could set things right, was waiting for us at Will's workshop.
There it is.
In 2010, Monarch didn't own the area yet. That came shortly after because of what happened with you. But we knew William was building something new in his workshop, and we knew it must be important. We were monitoring the place.
Yeah, Beth knew about your presence. She'd done spying on her own. We came over the rooftops to avoid detection.
It's this way.
You didn't get very far in your beer pong game, dude. Just saying. I mean, you only, like, took one cup on each side. Path of Despair, and all I'm hearing is Monokuma going, "Woo-hoo-hoo."
No.
When anyone says despair, that's all I hear.
Can't believe we're stuck working on the 4th of July.
Hey, you don't have to do that. You wanted to take the extra shit.
I know.
This way, Jack.
I think the only choices he has nothingness throughout the game is the quantum ripples, probably. But again, those don't affect the story. Again, I want to talk about single point attractors, but I don't want to spoil the lecture that's coming out pretty soon. Where's our strong, charismatic, handsome hero, Bruce, and we really need him? Seriously, we need Bruce Livingston here. We need the time knife. Quantum ripple.
Let's go.
Who the hell turned out the...
Whoops, sorry.
Shut off the power.
Fight goddamn power outages this week. That's the last straw. I've had it.
Where the hell you think you're going, Punch?
Come on, this way.
We literally made this guy, Paul, or whatever this guy's name, quit his job because we turned off the fucking lights. God, you're just making our session worse than we had set up, dude. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan.
From this point on, we may be in their sights. We need to be quick.
Hold on, I need to go pick up this real quick. I'm getting a tanning bed, and I'm gonna live in it. Yeah, you got that reference there, too? I'm gonna get a tanning bed, and I'm gonna live in it. What's that about? You wouldn't get the reference.
Hey, there we go.
Alan Wake reference right there. So whoever that guy was is a total Alan Wake fan. Stop with the time knife. What's wrong with Time Knife? I mean, it's the very best story ever. We should have an entire series just on Time Knife.
Hey, Will?
He's not here. I made sure of that.
What? Why? He's the only one that knows how to use the countermeasure.
Which is why he needs to be kept safe. In case... things go bad.
Fine. We get the device, then you lead me to my brother.
Sure.
Now, where do we find this thing?
Will said he secured it inside a safe. Somewhere in the building.
But remember, Alan Wake is a
Alright,
known
well,
author in this setting.
where'd you hide that safe?
So his books are very well known.
$11 years. Building this thing was his life for 11 years.
Yeah.
There was a live reading of Time Knife, Isaac? Oh,
April
God.
2nd, 1999. It's been about a month since the incident.
That's terrible. I dare you make a lecture on Time Knife.
Since Wilder.
Yes.
I've moved the machine. Hidden it. I wish I could destroy it, but, I made it tell me as little as possible. The more you know about what'll happen, the worse it'll be. We're all puppets. I can think that for as long as I can't tell the difference. I think she understood. Doesn't matter anyway. She told me the fracture is gonna happen because of what I did. It's... I have to fix it.
Oh,
I
God.
have to.
My older VHS do that all the time, where it kind of like just, you watch it slide.
Of some kind. I know the theoretical mechanism of the field's collapse, but how to stop it, let alone reverse it. It'll take years.
Yellow Bat, we need to do this. We need to do this.
I have no idea how to do this.
We have 4 months. We have 4 months to do this, buddy.
I don't know. Wilder's from the future, and she came to me. I have to assume that I was successful, right?
I'm just doing it so we zoom in more, Rodin. That's the only reason.
Why else would she come?
Otherwise, we're looking at it from back here.
He was planning on giving it to you.
And it was stolen before he ever had the chance. Which means this is the only way it can play out.
That's how it works. Will's journal. Here we go. The countermeasure is near completion. I should be celebrating. I should be excited. 11 years of work is coming to an end, but there is weight on my mind and I can't shake it. Jack came to me. He found out that I sold our parents' home to continue funding my research. Understandably, he was furious. After all, the house was left to both of us. He doesn't understand the necessity of what I'm doing here. Talking turned to yelling. Yelling turned to pushing. He told me it wasn't mine to sell. He told me that they were his parents too. He told me that I was a piece of shit. I was angry. I couldn't contain myself, and then I said it. I still don't believe the words came out of my mouth. I told him that it was his fault, the car crash. I told him that he was to blame for everything we've gone through. I knew it was the one thing who could truly hurt him, and I used it. I can justify my actions as a result of months of fatigue, frustration, lack of sleep. It was wrong. I knew it as soon as I said it. He just stood there, devastated for a while, and felt like minutes. I could see a wall building up between us. He told me he's leaving this town. He's never coming back. That was 3 days ago, and I haven't been reach him since. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't concentrate. I know the countermeasure will be finished soon, but that victory is a hollow one now. I spent 11 years building a device to save the world. The one thing that kept me going all this time was the fact that there was one person in the world I needed to protect, no matter what the cost. I just lost him. Oh yeah. Oh yes, Yellow Bat. Dude, I'm on board. You have to be there though. You have to comment all that with me as well. We both have to do the okay and oh yeah. Oh my god. So anyone in chat, you are sworn to secrecy. You are sworn to secrecy on this entire thing. We cannot mention it until April Fools, okay? Zip.
Hey, Riverport. I'm pretty sure you folks are having a better time than I am. I'm still stuck in the studio just a little while longer.
You all signed an NDA.
Whereas all of you folks are out there enjoying what I hope our spectacular 4th of July parties. So set up some fireworks, eat a little too much, drink until every joke you hear is funny, and spend some time with your loved ones. Appreciate the good things in your life, you know? This country ain't perfect, but it's still pretty damn good, and it's sure as hell worth celebrating. I'm about done here myself, and I can't wait to get home, crack open a beer or 3, and kick back with the people I love most. We're gonna appreciate that this year's better than last year.
I'll DM you the NDA, Isaac, no worries.
And isn't that what today's really all about? Being safe and free, not having to be afraid, knowing that we've made a future for ourselves, and that it's all gonna be all right. Yeah. Riverport, this is Bobby Radford signing off for tonight. And wishing all of you a happy Independence Day.
Don't worry, Ryan. One of my coworkers is a notary public, so all of your NDAs have been notarized, so there's no getting out of it at this point. You are of sound mind and body to make this decision. There it is. I was like, where the hell is that chronon source?
Still got it.
1 second, someone's calling me. Close out of that. Do people even look at live chat? Not as much as I would like. I mean, especially with the streams we do here, most of the good conversation is in chat with you guys. You guys are having the best stuff going on here, and I'm just ranting and raving half the time. So I hope people read the chats here. Okay, so we got that right there, top of the strange unit. And we got the whiteboard inside, and then the pegboard. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and do some upgrades real quick. We got 8 available. Times, yes, I want that. That's definitely useful. So we still have increased power for our shield, and then the increased range. We're all maxed out. You have to, yeah, because I'm not gonna read through every comment, but I'll respond to it. Otherwise, we'll be here for 5-6 hours every time. All right, let's get going. Wait, hold on. We got to do this first. Nope, let's do this first. Actually, we can't do that. And I missed one thing right here, though.
There's some things you need to know. You're the only one who can stop it.
There's no theoretical groundwork. It could take even years to build.
No worries, Draco. We'll make sure to put you in the intro role when we make that video.
Even from the ones you love.
If you notice on the shit, they're still talking. If you notice on the intros of every one of the videos that Yellowbat makes for us, we have people that assisted with it. We'll make sure to drop you down there.
Shit. Locked out again.
You got that, Yellowbat?
Failsafe switch. Follow the wire. Which one was it? Blue? Or was that the emergency shutdown? Oh, shit. I knew I should have labeled the wiring.
You should have labeled the wiring, dude. Come on.
And open sesame.
Our yellow wire. Here we go.
Shutdown initiated.
Shit. Ass. Fucking goddamn it. Yellow wire. I knew it.
That's me every single time I try to do anything. I just fuck it up.
Let's see here. It was all there on the board. The details of his downward spiral. His work consumed him. Became some kind of desperate obsession. He was never the same.
Oh, what's up, Vidian? Sorry, let me scroll up real quick. I have too many NDAs as assigned another one, sorry. Was that your, that's not a question. Sorry, I'm scrolling up real quick. What was, just repost it. What was the question, Vidine? Sorry. So this is basically just Will's whiteboard. Call Jack on his birthday. Apologize to Jack for not calling on his birthday. June 2nd, don't forget. Don't forget what? Thanksgiving, remember. Pay electricity. Get electricity turned back on. Jack's birthday, June 2nd. Buy groceries. It's just him slowly spiraling little by little.
The device wasn't there. But it must have been at one time. The power setup wasn't working. But it must have worked at some point.
Maybe I can rewind time to get this working.
I wish things worked like that. Computer's not here? Well, fuck it. We'll just rewind time until it is there, and then we'll make things work. I think I will be a cut above the rest on that rodent for sure. Just some random diagrams, really nothing to worry about. And we're at 100% collectibles here. Perfect! Oh, there's Jake in the braces, no worries. I'd love to see a torch people that have to listen to Mwahaha coughs in my arm. Oh my gosh, this is great.
Jack. He didn't leave the code.
Yes, it's the same actress, Marie, between Beth and Jesse. That's Courtney Hope. She plays both roles.
Somebody's here.
It's Monarch. I knew it. I knew they'd find us.
I'll take care of it. Just get that safe open, stay inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, you work on this, I'll keep Monarch off our backs. Let's go.
You'd been spotted the moment you arrived. You never had a chance. You were on a suicide mission.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna lie down and just give up without a fight. Not then, not ever.
This is Trojan 1 approaching workshop perimeter. Over.
Oh yeah? That's cool.
Remember, orders are to take her alive. Monarch Actual's en route.
Roger.
Stop right there. Where's the girl?
I don't know.
Hey, hold on. Take it easy. What seems to be the problem, guys?
It's fine. I'm not gonna do
knees,
anything.
Now! Trojan 4, we're going inside.
I can't let you inside that building.
I said on your fucking knees.
No.
That's an order.
I have bad knees.
I'm warning you. This is not a fight you want to start.
Then stand down.
Open fire!
You stand down, bitch! Okay, we're good.
Just give up.
You barked up the wrong tree there. That's entire. I gave you every opportunity to just walk away there, buddies.
Get around him!
Take it easy, princess. You enjoy.
He got backup. I don't know what he is.
Orders are to keep the mission quiet, tidy. We can't afford unwanted attention.
He's fucking tearing us apart.
I'm on my way. Perimeter.
Perfect snipers. Gotta love the snipey boys. Goodbye. So these guys, they have, this is the hardest difficulty too. They have no chance. As long as you cycle your time powers correctly, they're screwed. Hi there. Ooh. And I just killed my first death in the entire run. I was being cocky there. Wow. Wow. That is the first death in the entire run. Second death? Fair enough.
Hey.
Damn.
Take it easy.
I just said there's no excuse, and I just killed myself.
On your knees.
I had no excuse for that.
What the fuck was that? Shoot him!
Time to move.
Gotta move.
Got it. Yeah, I was being a little overconfident there.
Sit, Rep.
He got backup.
Yeah, the game is really easy, and then the last boss, I had a really hard time with the last boss for a while, but I finally figured out the trick to it.
He's fucking tearing us apart.
Yeah, I need to get rid of these snipers, though. That's really going to be the issue here.
HQ, man down, man down.
care of the big boys now. No! Oh, you jerks. Goodbye. I don't want to go out there. That's exactly how I killed myself the first time. Wow. I'm not getting any good angles on these bad boys.
Oh.
Shit.
That's my cue.
I need to get rid of those snipers. I am getting rocked right now. Perfect. At least we got some progress there. One and two. Got it. All right, now we can get this part of it done. Done. Come on out, buddy. Get over here. Get over here. Got it.
That's all.
The trees are on their side. I hate that.
Here we are again. Exactly where we left off years ago.
Paul.
Hand it over.
I said, get out of my way.
Gotta get back in.
Give me the device. Come with me. We can survive this together. You know it can't be stopped. I can see it in your eyes. You know this.
What if you're wrong?
Time dodecahedron, basically.
We failed. We created Ground Zero. Caused everything to happen how it always did. Every piece falling into place.
Except one. The blast sent you through time. Brought you back to 2016. The same exact time from which you left.
Hey there, Adler. Thank you so much for the
Something
sub.
anchored you
Welcome
there.
aboard.
We need to know how you did this.
You think I wanted to come back? I was pulled away. Everything I came for was still back there. Left behind.
on, move. Beth, get up. Beth, come on, get up. Please, Beth. Beth, you need to move, okay? Yeah, that's it. Get the gun. Come on, Beth, move. Come on, please. Beth, move! Paul, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't!
I'm not wrong.
You can't.
No! No!
Serene had the countermeasure the whole time. I had to get it back.
A rash decision. You claim Beth Wilder's death had no impact on your behavior, but...
Like I said, I barely knew her.
So, what you did next? It wasn't personal?
No.
Yep, both of them died right there, Ryan. I agree with you. And you could argue that's Paul killing himself at the same time as well, at least who he used to be. I friggin' hate this part. Like, I actually, on my old channel, I was playing this game blind. And when I got this part, I literally just had to shut off the fucking recording. I was crying like shit. I fucking hate this. No, this is not the end of the game, Isaac. This is the end of Act 4, but we still have the episode and we still have the junction. Yeah, but the bullet went through both their heads, so both versions of them are dead. Nice catch, Isaac. Oh, gosh. Alright. We're going into the last junction point. Never trust a person named Paul. Yeah, I saw the comment that they look like the FBC Rangers. 100%. 100% looks identical. Or not identical, but you can tell that there's echoes. They borrowed upon what they learned from this game and put it into the second one. Yeah, this is the definition, Fox, of a boom ending. All right. Let's go.
I don't have much time left, I know. I spent 17 years working it out, planning it, building Monarch, because I knew what was coming, and I knew it couldn't be stopped. But what I've built has been turned against me. What is the point in saving them if I can't trust them? I'm slipping away into pain and rage.
We'll see what they choose, Nothingness. I have no clue what they're going to pick.
Is accelerating.
It is totally head drawn. And it also...
It has cost me so much.
We'll wait until he stops talking.
But I have harnessed its power. And with it, my plan will work. With it, I will keep the lights on.
That's
when
exactly
the world goes dark.
Keep the lights on.
Mr. Serene?
Bureau's duty to keep the lights on.
Sorry to disturb you, sir, but I have that cleanup report on Dr. Kim's lab you wanted.
Meet me in my office, soldier. I'll be there when I've sealed the CFR chamber.
Anyone else notice that the color scheme for the CFR is identical to the armor Jesse gets during the AWE DLC? This orange and the type of gray cream.
My treatments all gone. First things first. Seal the chamber.
There's also a stone shaped exactly like it in the oldest house. Yep, that's going to be part of the Sterling AWE if I remember correctly. And if we are going off the hypothesis that Alan has been using that shape over and over again, as part of his writings. That means the Sterling AWE may be related to Alan. That means this may be related to Alan. That means the armor that Jesse gets in the AWE DLC, which we know he wrote, comes from Alan.
The CFR chamber.
So it's...
I have to secure it.
It's all connected, guys. Hashtag it's all connected.
To take it.
Hashtag who's the meat man.
Who knows how many are working against me?
No, just Fox doesn't want to participate in the poll. That's fine. Quantum fixed, yes. Yes.
CFR has been secured.
Do you know the Muffin
Mr.
Man?
Serene, I'm in your office.
The Muffin Man!
Serene out.
Yes, the paranoia is definitely setting in.
Soldier doesn't know how close to the end I am. I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of becoming the enemy. What that would mean.
Same here, Vadim. I need a sequel to this game so bad.
For the plan. I don't know who to trust anymore.
He's not doing good. I slip away into the pain and rage. I breathe my last and I seal my cage.
Used me all these years. How deep does this betrayal run? How many more are there? They wanted the lifeboat to fail. Why? What's their agenda?
I mean, why would you want the lifeboat to fail at the end of the day? Alright, so this...
Be right with you, son.
Yeah, be right with you. Chill out. Alright, so here we go. We talked about this. March 2020, the lifeboat entry, which means that we're going to jump inside and create the artificial time. End of time initiates on January 5th, 2021. And so anybody who has made the illusions that Remedy predicted the future, March 2020, we know what when the world started on that trajectory, and January 5th, the very next day, January 6th, 2021, Americans knows what's going on during that day. It's kind of a big thing right now. Are we gonna stay here for 2 hours? I could literally do an entire... I probably should do an entire video on this timeline. But there's one specific thing I do want to point out, if I can find it. There's one very specific thing. I forgot what year it was in, though. Prepare Dow Jones for the crash. PR in Peru hatched to expand the Monarch thing. We're gonna have a Virginia April 16th. There's a TV interview. Where is this? There is something here specifically I need to point out, though. I don't remember where. Haiti earthquake, January 12th. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, do you recall what year this is? Japan tsunami, March 11th. Greek bailout. Cronon. Snowden leaks, sell Russia stocks. Where are you? Coronal sickness. Yeah, coronal sickness. Yeah, it's weird. There's so much random crap in Remedy and in this game that just makes you wonder if they pulled a Simpsons here. Time sickness. No, not there. Where is it? Where is... I can't find the damn thing. There it is. Okay, so this is going to be in 2016, but let's go backwards real quick, and then we'll... Because that's the last entry. Thinking about the villainous thing about Serena's done, they're really all things I could see Jack doing as well, killing someone like Beth just because they're in his way. Well, Jack has killed a lot of people in his way. He's gone on a mass murdering spree, if you think about it. These guys are just doing... It's not a... justification, but they're just doing their job. They probably don't even know what the fuck's going on either. Okay, so I found one in 2016, but there's 4 different mentions to this throughout this timeline, and I cannot find the first one. That's all I want to do. Nope, not there. Where are you? Lifeboat protocol. When Sam wrote Alan Wake 2 is confirmed, Alan 2 is confirmed on Twitter, to me it felt like he was Alan's page. I'm looking for... There's a reference to a mystery that's unanswered on here. But I don't recall what year it started in. There's a character that we don't... that doesn't show up in the game. But is mentioned here quite frequently. Okay, I'm not finding here, sorry guys, but let's go back to 2016. So there is a character here on the right-hand side. You'll see Mystery Woman from End of Time. No, not that one. Is she connected to Artemis? So there's a character... There is somebody that Paul's been having recurring dreams of named Artemis, that he's calling Artemis, that appears all over the place. And there's 4 different mentions to it. He's presuming that Artemis is Beth Wilder, but it's confirmed later on that it's not. And I'm wondering if the old lady figment we see while going through the time machine is related to Artemis. And we have no clue who she is. It's just a random thing that pops up. But they mention it multiple times about him having dreams about this mystery woman. Anyways, let's just go onwards. Sorry, guys. I'll probably release a video about it at some point. Someone like Ati, possibly. It'd be really interesting if there was a mystery character similar to Ati that's throughout this. But again, this character never shows up in the main game. And the only mention of her is here on this board. It's just freaking weird. Anyways, let's just head up.
Report. Sir, you ordered us to search the demolished lab. Your treatments were destroyed, but there was one left. The casing appears to be broken, but it's all we could find.
Yeah, I don't think it's Barbara Jagger. But I think that the older lady in the time machine is who we're looking for. Mr. Serene, I just heard you ordered Mr. Hatch arrested. I understand
right
there...
here. Whenever
Monarch Trooper, chill. I understand that there appears to be damning evidence against him, but at the risk of offering my opinion where it's not wanted, I ask you to reconsider the situation. As Mr. Hatch has repeatedly said, there are people working against you within Monarch, and I believe he's right. I don't know who they are, obviously, but I believe Mr. Hatch's attempt to expose them made him a target. I'm sure you can see what I mean. It seems very convenient that just as Mr. Hatch's attempt to convince you that there are people you can't trust within Monarch, your treatments are destroyed, and he's implicated. Looking at him from the POV of an actual traitor, I can't think of a better way to get rid of a threat strike against you and allay suspicion all in one bold move. Obviously, sir, I trust your judgment, and you know I have the highest respect for you. I don't mean to second-guess you. Still, I'm afraid that you're being manipulated. Martin Hatch is not your enemy. And we know that Clarice is on Hatch's team, so she's just diverting it. Yeah, the Dark Presence doesn't exist on here. There's really no avenue for the Dark Presence to come out and to get into this area, so it's not that. It's somebody we don't know. Alright, you guys ready for the last junction here?
One of my treatments. But it's damaged. Is it safe to use?
Sir? I didn't catch that.
Or is it a trap? Another betrayal.
Well, Artemis is the goddess of the hunt. At least in the original mythology, but...
Is that what they want? Can any of them be trusted?
Here we go. So what do we want to do? Surrender? Refuse to take the treatment and just accept our own demise and our insanity?
You have all betrayed me. Assured my downfall. And now, I will assure yours.
My world will be renewed. My world will see balance.
Chaos. It's falling apart. They're working against me. They're fighting each other.
You'll need to get to Serene's office. He's got direct access to the CFR. All right?
Joyce fixes the fracture, he fixes the world. They'll go home happy.
Charlie Wincott. Another weakling. A traitor siding with Jack. I can make them suffer. All of them.
Or do we regain control and use this one last remaining treatment to keep him sane, at least for this last stage of the lifeboat?
I'm not a traitor. You're the same now. And I need your help. I can focus on the mission. The lifeboat. See it through to the end. I still have allies I can trust.
Look, you have to realize you're not gonna keep me from getting the CFR.
Last chance to walk away, Joyce.
Liam Burke.
And Jack and Liam have to fight each other as a result.
Slow Jack down. The plan could still work.
Well, he is technically losing it a little bit, nothingness. Like, it's not the primary thing that's going wrong with him with the Chronon Syndrome, but it's definitely a side effect. His judgment's not what it used to be. All right. Paul is out. What are we doing? Sorry, Bat, I had to delete that. Just a little spoiler right there. Yeah, both are fun, to be perfectly honest. Like, there's definitely pros and cons of doing both ends of things. But whatever we miss, I'll go ahead and explain what happens. Okay. I think that's about it. Well, it's not that the sickness is breaking down his sanity, Fox. It's just he's not being as rational as he otherwise would be as a result of the sickness. Yep, control one. All right, we're going the control route. Let's take control.
Sir? Thank you. I'll be right down. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what that was, sorry.
I feel more clear-headed, calmer, but it won't last. I need to work fast while I still can.
Essentially, he's disentangling from being rooted in this reality, in this timeline. As he develops towards the end of it, he starts to dissipate and be stretched across multiple ones. Kind of like Dr. Kim. You can see when time stops. When you just stared at that treatment for 20 minutes, I had to watch you all the way. Yeah, that guy's just sitting there like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's just been sitting there staring at the wall, not moving for half an hour. What's happening? All right, you guys ready for the fourth and final episode of the TV show? Let's go.
Paul Serene's become unhinged.
What about my treatments?
He's triggered a catastrophe.
The Joyce field could collapse within 8 hours.
He has the chance to fix it, but he's choosing not to. He's choosing to let things end. And this is where we come in.
Good evening, Dr. Amaral.
You're 5 minutes out, Mr. Hatch. I've come to free you, my friend. It's time for you to rejoin the others, to return to the infinite. What was troubling me is who got them in the Kim's lab. She paid a visit minutes before the explosion.
Sophia's loyal. If the fracture's happening now, I owe this to her.
Dr. Holden, the protocol's been initiated.
Liam?
Yeah, so I have some information about Warren Hatch. I want him apprehended immediately.
The cause of his condition, Vadim, was that scene we just watched in 2010 when the CFR broke open and caused the fracture, because they were literally right there next to it. All three of them, Jack, Beth, and Paul, were all in the ground zero section. The problem is Paul spent 17 years from that day moving forward with that sickness developing. Jack just had that start. So maybe in 17 years he's going to be in the exact same position that Paul's in right now. Yeah, the first time at the beginning of the game at the university was just giving them the abilities, because it was a very minor dose. This was a full-blown throw you in the deep end kind of dose. Hey there, Nia Moon. That would be interesting. I'd like to talk to some people over at Remedy about some of the storytelling. That'd be a lot of fun. Well, that didn't take long. Hatch is kind of a badass.
Dr. Emerald, are you
Where's
hurt?
Paul? I need to speak with Paul.
Right this way.
Monarch Civil War, where you get to pick between a Hatch or Paul, that'd be fun.
Sophia,
You initiated it.
you were right. It was time.
Paul, have you taken your treatments? You can't go on without them.
We need to get to the lifeboat.
No, you need to come with me. You need to get things started. We need you.
Just go. Okay? You just go, I'll be there.
So in the surrender junction, he is so irrational at this point, he literally grabs something that's on the desk and crushes her head in.
Commander Pierce, prep the chopper.
He beats her over their head and
I need to
kills
get
her
to the
right there on
swimming
the
hall.
table.
Right away, sir.
So that's one change between the surrender and the control timelines. Yeah, the thing with Hatch's eyes, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I don't think it has anything to do with stabilization. I think that's just a method of dropping. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know is the thing. I'll take that back. I don't know. Also, if you mistrust her and use control, he'll strangle her versus going mindless, he'll bash her head in. Gotcha. Thank you, Isaac. Well, the lady that's interviewing Jack is on Team Hatch.
Hello, darling.
We found some of her emails to him.
Defense status.
He doesn't care about the coasters anymore, Isaac, unfortunately.
Active.
What?
Gotta get IT on it.
It's right under me.
Just random Nmap scans, pretty much. Okay, so he just hacked in and put his name on it, and he just added Fiona's name on it.
You owe me one.
Best arc in the game. He no longer needs coasters, 100%.
Fiona?
But just as a character, too, I love Charlie's arcs throughout the course of the story.
Come on, come on, come on.
In desperate times, coasters
Come on,
mean
pick up.
nothing.
Pick up.
Yes.
Beth, I don't know if you can hear this, but it's Fiona. I need your help. Do you copy? Beth? It's Fiona. Do you copy?
She's not going to answer. Time coasters, yes. You put your cup on it and it refills your cup. So you can drink it a second time.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find the protocol.
Right, Bruno. He's more the IT guy, so he has access to everything.
Fiona Miller?
Yes, speaking.
This is Jack Joyce. Beth told me you were working together. You might be the only ally I have left.
What happened?
Serene. There wasn't anything I could do, but Fiona, there is something we can do now. I need to find something we'll call the countermeasure. It's 12-sided, small, metallic, like a soccer ball.
The CFR.
I'll talk to my buddy Isaac. He's a huge Gravity Falls fan.
The chronon field regulator. That is the countermeasure.
And it can fix the fracture.
At least he got you access. Of course they're checking the catering truck because they think that's where... Because Nick put that online as a fake tip. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of changes in the development process, Neo Moon, with what they did. Because I think Nick's actor was originally supposed to play Jack in this. Nick, I think, is still in the swimming pool. The last time we saw him was back there. But then again, if Sophia's back here, who knows what happened to him? Because we saw her walking in with Monarch guards. I don't think we ever really get information on what happened to Nick afterwards.
Basement 5.
Except that he may have gone back in time and got lottery tickets and won the lottery under a pseudonym. Because no one can go down to the bottom, Fox, I think. I don't know. Honestly, the Dark Presence, this Dark Place, and Silent Hill, I think they're basically almost the same thing in a certain sense. Not in a cosmological sense, but in how they behave. Yeah, Ben Jones or something like that, yeah. But that's the best I can figure in TNT is what happened with him, is he just went back. Yeah, Google never updated the image. They don't even have the real box cover on here. most likely, Tailgate, they weren't here. They only started their shift recently when the protocol was activated. Before that, they weren't just standing down here. Maybe they were, who knows? So this is where we're going to spend the next decade or so. Correct, Isaac. So this is where everyone's going to stay. The CFR is supposed to have artificial time here so they can continue to work the problem. So after time stops, they stay here. Their scientists work on a way to get time started again. That's the long and short of it, TNT. Yeah. Again, the original projections were they were going to initiate this protocol in March of 2020. So this is 2016. They're supposed to have 4 more years to deal with this. But it didn't happen. Something changed.
We need to talk. Look, I was wrong, okay? Jack
The only
Joyce,
countermeasure they built was by will.
He can use the
Monarch
CFR
had nothing to do with
fracture.
it. They
We
just
need to
took
get
it
to
and
him.
adapted their technology based upon it.
CFR is what's powering this place right now, Fiona.
Yeah, but I spoke to him. I spoke to Jack Joyce, and he needs it.
Just, if you let Joyce use the CFR, then that means the lifeboat's gone. No,
that's not
these
the-
people down here, they can figure it out. They can fix the fracture. That's what you wanted in the first place.
These people, this is Monarch, okay? They're the ones that got us into this. Do you think they give a shit about any of us?
I mean, you really...
Yeah, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? We good? Can you hear me? Okay, at least we don't have to freaking cancel this and turn it into a second one. Yeah, that time the internet didn't fully give out. Oh my freaking god. But unfortunately, what this effectively just did is... crap. Let me see if I can even do this. I don't know if we can replay this.
Oh, what's the plan
we
once
can start
we
right
get
away.
to
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Charlie hacked into the Wi-Fi. I swear to freaking God, I do not know what's going on with my internet right now. But at least we don't have to split the stream up into a third section now, which would piss me off to no end. But we're good. We can continue. Sorry about that. But what I was saying is I don't think that the darkness in Silent Hill is technically intended to help people cope with trauma. It's just a side effect. Either you cope with your trauma or you die there. It's one of the two. It's not an intentional thing.
To find a way onto the lifeboat.
Once we get to Monarch.
We need to find...
Let me see, where were we? Let's just start right here and keep going.
I mean, you realize what you're asking.
We good, guys?
So, what's the plan once we get to Monarch?
We need to find a way onto the lifeboat.
Hey, you bird, what's going on? He's saying, fuck it, just going for it. I'll have to revisit Silent Hill lore to be 100% honest. It's been a long time since I played it. Gargoyle.
Sir. Sir. Liam Burke. He's trying to break into Monarch.
Quantum Ripple, here we go. Yeah, this time it wasn't me. That was just my internet entirely. Damn, why can't they die that easily when we're playing as Jack? I mean, seriously.
Jack, we know where the CFR is, but...
Jack, it's Charlie. Listen, it's at the top of the Monarch Tower. So you gotta follow my instructions exactly. Jack. Jack?
Jack? Jack?
Fiona, stop.
Jack!
No. Look. That area up there is insanely
It's still streaming
secure.
in 1080p right
He's
now
not
on
gonna
my
be able
end.
to get in.
So it should
Hey,
be okay.
wait.
I need to finish this.
I know, but I'm the one that should go. The CFR defenses. There's no way he's gonna be able to get past them alone. I'm the only one. I mean, you belong down here. You actually would be useful. I'm dead weight. I'm a glorified locksmith. Why don't you let somebody else be the hero? Okay, tough chick?
Everyone needs IT, Charlie.
Fuck you.
Yes, more control. I agree, Lawrence.
Hey, Charlie.
On a 5th console? Jeez, dude.
You're an okay date.
I know.
Okay, Han Solo here. Corny ass line, whatever. I've only beaten the whole, or played through the whole game, I think 3 times so far, Lawrence, so you got me beat on that. It was cringe, 100%. Let's just say, Roden, that Charlie's had a huge heart. Leave it at that. Yes, this is Night Cringe right here. Exactly, this is what happened when they started writing Night Cringe. I've watched a lot of Let's Plays, though. I basically watched every
Do you know who I
playthrough on
am?
the internet.
We've met.
You're one of Monarch's elite. The one they tell me is a traitor.
I'm not a traitor.
I know what you want. You're protecting what's yours. I want to protect what's mine. We're the same now. And I need your help. And you need mine. You're looking for the lifeboat. Isn't that right?
Yeah, she's a nurse. She can take care of them now that they're like
And you know
bleeding out.
what we're facing. I have a team down there. They will fix the fracture. Time will go on. But not if the CFR goes unprotected.
CFR?
It's our key. It's what makes the lifeboat possible. Powers it. But my enemies want it destroyed. You can keep it
You're
safe.
good, yell that.
And when this is over, your wife, she'll be waiting for you. So I could take her with me. She'll survive.
Liam, what is he talking about?
And think of what happens if we're down there unprotected. None of us are saved.
I need you to go with him. He's gonna take you to the lifeboat. I'll find you when it's over.
Unlimited levitation. Oh my god, that'd be amazing, Lawrence.
The top of Monarch Tower. You'll find the CFR in a striker suit. That's all you'll need.
Strikers, that's what they're called. Not blitzers, strikers. We finally figured it out. It took us 4 streams. Well, you have upgrades, nothing this for control where you can decrease the energy cost of dodge, but whatever. Yeah, there's a mod out there for it.
What your husband's doing for you. It's admirable. You don't agree?
I thought I knew who he was.
Yeah, Liam definitely got the short straw here.
None
We
of
already
us
know what's gonna
ever
happen.
know who we are.
Basement 5.
Yeah, I think Quantum Break is, presentation-wise, the weakest of the Remedy ones. Concept's amazing, story's amazing, lore's amazing. It's just they try to do too much, in my opinion.
My friends. We've changed things. The world. The universe. We're the first beings powerful enough to undo the very fabric that we're part of. And now, we must believe that we are powerful enough to set things straight again. We've all made sacrifices. We have all made sacrifices. But we're not just here to work for ourselves. We're here for our families, for mankind. To change history, to make history. Right here, right now. I have some other matters to attend to, so I will not be with you. But I know that you will succeed.
Because think about it, time's gonna freeze for everywhere in creation. It's not just Earth. We'll talk more about the end of time once we get to the end of the game. So if we went with the surrender timeline, he would have lost his shit and basically told them all to go fuck themselves. And just started ranting like a madman over the window. Also, he would have not met with Burke. He would have not come up here. Or at least he wouldn't have put on the striker suit and came here to guard it. This entire scene's going to play out differently. All right, Charlie.
Joyce, CFR defenses are down. It's all you. You're good to go.
Step the fuck away from there!
I can't, Liam!
Get the fuck away from
Mark!
Get away!
Joyce needs it.
Joyce?
Joyce can fix the fracture, Liam.
Yeah, Charlie's great, Lawrence.
You need to get the fuck out of here, Charlie.
I'm not moving.
Get out of here!
I'm not moving, so you're gonna have to kill me. Once and for all.
Yeah, surrender, he loses all fucking control.
Because right now, Liam, I'm thinking about more than myself.
You don't know what Joyce is gonna do.
No, I don't. But I have faith in Fiona. And she believes in Joyce. So I gotta believe too. Think about it. Fix the lifeboat, you save your wife. We fix the fracture, it saves us all. Okay? So go ahead. Go ahead and kill me. It's not gonna make a fucking difference. But if you kill Joyce, then we have...
Rip. Rest in peace, Charlie.
Your perceptions, Liam, they're off. This world you know?
Yep, and that's all on everyone who voted for Control. In the surrender timeline, Charlie survives.
But one world's end is merely another's beginning. My world will be renewed. My world will see better.
Right into the left eye. And what happens here in the surrender timeline is Liam is shot and killed right here. His wife, Emily, is up here. Whatever her name is. I think it's Emily Burke. And she shoots Hatch in the face. So Emily's the one who kills Hatch right there. Not him in the other timeline. Charlie survives and Liam dies right here. What's interesting is Liam stabs him in the left eye and Emily shoots him in the right eye. So both eyes get impacted. Yep, she shoots him in the right eye versus the left eye. It's interesting. Throws on a striker's suit and he stands here to guard it. I don't know if Hatch himself is Mr. Door, or another shifter's Mr. Door, or we're just meant to have an echo of Hatch with Door. It's kind of hard to say. So for anyone who became fans of Charlie by the end of it and voted for Control, his death is on you guys. Hatch is Meat Man. Hashtag who's the Meat Man? Absolutely. Maybe he's using the eye drops from the phantom pains from these moments. Who knows? Remember, he has those eye drops that are filled with chronon that he keeps filling into his head. Charlie takes Fionn's words over the competence of the best scientists in the world. He's not exactly worthy of survival because he's endangering the future of the species for a lady, essentially. I think it's partially that and partially he's seen a lot of shit over the course of the last 24 hours that is also influencing his decisions. Of course we didn't know Gorgorel, it's fine. It's kind of sad, because one, we lose Charlie in this, but if we go with the surrender timeline, then he kills Sophia Amaral. Or Paul kills Sophia, so either way. And also, Liam dies right in that scene instead of Charlie, so it's... No matter what, it's bad. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie... Honestly, if Charlie had not thrown Liam to the wolves, like you said, then this whole sequence of events probably would have played out differently. Who knows? Alright guys, I need to do a quick bathroom break before we get to the audio logs and the quantum ripples. We'll be right back though. Yeah, so different people die, different people are saved, but... So in this version of the Quantum Break story, we lost Beth, we lost Charlie. Things are not looking nice right now. Harch is dead. Or Harch, Jesus. Hatch is down right now, but a lot of momentum happened here. And we'll talk more about the end of time in that situation once we finish Act 5, which will be coming up next week, I think on Wednesday. And I think Hatch was putting the eye drops in his right eye. I'll have to double check. Yeah, I think it was his right eye as well. I can't comment on that right now, Tao. About Beth, that'll be something we can discuss at the end, or at least theorize about at the end. Yeah, I think we mentioned that too, Moon, that the one of the suits she gets in the AWE DLC looks, color scheme-wise, looks identical to the CFR, which cannot be a coincidence. Alright, so we have a crap ton of stuff to get through right here. Because I don't think we listened to all of these logs at the start of the stream for Act 3, because I forgot entirely. But we have a bunch for Paul, we have 3 for Jack, we have 3 for Beth, and these 2 we actually already saw. They're part of the main game. So let's start with Jack's ones. Imagine if Remedy were to make an official The Matrix game and the franchise would be perfect for Remedy. Dude, that would be perfect. Especially because there is one AWE where somebody felt that they were trapped inside the telephone line. They already mentioned that in Control. I forgot which one it was called. I think it's called like the emergency call log or something like that. Well, they got the rights back from Microsoft for Alan Wake. Well, the thing is Alan Wake was always Remedy's IP, but they didn't have publishing rights. With Quantum Break is Microsoft's IP that Remedy wrote the story for. If that makes sense. Hey there, Loon. Thank you so much. I didn't realize you weren't subscribed yet. I've known you for a couple years. Anyways. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. And Carol, I missed that one. Thank you so much for the subscription as well. Welcome aboard our crazy train over here. All right, let's get going on these Jack diaries.
You gave yourself up at the party. Clearly, your presence had an impact on Serene. He dropped everything to see you in that cell.
Oh, wait, never mind. That was someone else.
He wanted me to understand.
I apologize.
Why he did what he did, what he was trying to do.
He wanted to recruit you.
Maybe he should have thought of that before killing my brother.
The first name looked identical there.
Your behavior shifted during your mission to kidnap Dr. Amaral. You became less foolhardy, more calculated. What changed?
I found hope.
The second time machine? You actually thought you could go back and stop the fracture from ever occurring? Stop everything?
There was a chance. That was enough.
Yet every sign you've seen has proven otherwise. Your own brother posited that time works as a rigid closed loop. No interaction with the past could possibly change what has already occurred, and any attempt to do so would merely cause such events to occur in the exact manner they always did. Perhaps there was a lesson to be learned.
My brother died trying to save this world. You know the last words that came out of his mouth? I'll never stop trying. Lesson learned.
It's not wrong at all, Fox. I would absolutely love to see a crossover story with all of our Remedy protagonists. That'd be freaking amazing. Yep, he killed Alan Wake, or Alex Casey in his books, but then rewrote him back for a future story in the game. Absolutely. I'd absolutely love it.
Let's talk about Serene's condition. You're aware of how it started?
Uh-huh. Ground zero.
Monarch developed a treatment to curb his symptoms. Our reports state that you destroyed those treatments, rendering him defenseless as his sickness spread.
That's what the reports say, yeah. But I've never stepped foot in that lab.
You have no way of proving that.
Now, I find it curious. Dr. Amaral was working on a permanent cure for Paul's condition. But she was ordered to stop before research was complete. Sounds like somebody on the inside didn't want him to get better.
Sounds like you have an interest in this cure. It makes me wonder if you know anybody else suffering from the same symptoms.
Deflection.
It makes me wonder if that is why you're truly here.
Or maybe I just really like the coffee here.
So we're getting Clarice is getting a little bit more aggro with him right there, basically deflecting, saying, "Nope, we had nothing to do with destroying those treatments whatsoever. And why would you even suggest such a thing? It must be because you're being selfish about something." Put them on a team in Crossfire, that'd be fun. I would love to hear how someone completely blind to these stories would react to hearing Jack speaking now. They'd probably call him crazy as everyone else said Will was, right? I'd love a proper crossovers with every Remedy. Yeah, exactly. Like have like a Remedy, like an Avengers crossover event would be freaking badass. Alright, so we're good on all these. Let's go over to my darling Beth.
We've got Dr. Emerald. If she can fix this machine, then this is it. I have mixed feelings. That notebook gave me some kind of sense of invulnerability. I always knew what came next. Once I enter that machine, from that point forward, this story's unwritten.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't told Jack this, but I have found things in this swimming pool. Scattered papers, journal entries in my handwriting. My journey from this point forward isn't gonna be easy. That much is clear. As long as we succeed, it's all worth it. This can't be for nothing. We will succeed. We have to. It's our destiny.
Still trying to convince herself. And we've already seen Darkness and the Hiss fuse together in Dr. Hartman, so that's already a thing.
February 28th, 1999. 2100 hours. He got away. Serene is gone. When Amaral sent me through the machine, I thought I'd come out on the other end with a solution in sight. I found the opposite. The end of time. I saw it. I don't know what that means. Ever since I was 8 years old, I saw proof that things happen for a reason, that they can't be changed, that I had a purpose. I don't know what to believe now. If what I saw was real, then anything we do to stop it will fail.
Mm-hmm.
If that's true, then what is this all for?
Good question.
What does it mean?
Good question.
I can't give up. I'm gonna complete the cycle. Find a solution. There's still hope. I have to believe that.
Wait, what am I seeing up here? Sorry. I don't know how we're going to link those. Jesse Faden had seen many different timelines when she escaped the end of days, and she said that she didn't try to change the past events so many times. Wait, what? When did... No. Beth Wilder. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, I saw Jesse was like, when did that ever happen? Sorry about that. Yeah, so she's like pretty much anyone who's ever tried to change things over the course of in this fiction, whether that be Paul or Beth or anyone else for that matter, it's always ended up in failure and it does not work. So it's kind of a given that you can't really change events that have already occurred. But if the end of time has already occurred and it was caused by this fracture, then the logical conclusion is there's no way to stop the fracture. But we still have one more act to get through. So did Alan create Alex Casey like he did create a human being? I mean, you said that we don't have any evidence that Alan brought into existence by Thomas Saints. So what about Alex? So my hypothesis about how Alex Casey is here is he's only here for the confines of this story. The second the story ends, he's no longer there. And in the return trailer from this game, we see Alex Casey being killed off, but not before setting Saga Anderson on her quest trying to investigate the situation. So yeah, like, in this sense, you can kind of formulate a character, but it's only a character within that story. It's not like the second that everything's done, the person's going to keep living and walking around. They just I guess, vanish. I don't know. We've never seen an exact example of this play out, so it's all speculation at this point. Exactly. That's why, based upon that information, Loon Code, 100% I agree with you, is that's why Paul's solution actually is a good thing to do, based upon the given information available to him. If you can't stop it, because we are going to prove that it's not going to be stopped, can't fix, so therefore you can't fix it, so therefore we have to figure out what to do after it happens and then fix it in the future. It's a very reasonable plan. The problem is he doesn't have all the information, and that's... I keep hammering this point, because that's the biggest thing about chaos theory, is if you understand the variables and how they function, then you'll be more... It's easier to predict and project things into the future the more variables you understand. But the point is, if you don't know some variables, you will have two radically different outcomes on that projection. And the thing is with Paul Oliver is he didn't know if it would work or not, that solution, but he figured it's better than nothing. Anyways.
July 4th, 2010.
Oh, there's a lot of chaos theory in this game. I mean, they
Spent
literally...
years in denial.
Hold on. Let's just skip back on this. So, literally nothingness. The very beginning of the game, the library is named after Edward Lorenz, which is the father of modern chaos theory, the meteorologist and mathematician. And that's in this game, so it's very specific they're talking about chaos theory.
July 4th, 2010. I've spent years in denial. About what I saw. About its inevitability. The end of time. I wanted to believe maybe Jack was right. Maybe all this could be undone. Erased. I looked for proof. A loophole. Something. Jack's parents died in a car crash. 1999. I thought, maybe if I could stop it from ever happening, if that were possible, then... I failed. I failed every time. Every time I tried to make things right. This is our destiny. The good and the bad, intrinsically tied to this path. It can't be bent. It can't be broken. No matter whether we succeed or fail, it still comes. I see it every night in my dreams, scraping away at my mind. The end of time is coming. And the only way I've been able to keep sane is by focusing on the present. What's here? Now, in front of me. But today is different. My whole life, I've had a mission. I'm gonna see it through. Even if there's no hope. Even if we fail. This is what I was meant to do. And I know what happens next. This will be my final entry.
Oh, boy. Yep. I want to do a nice video on her character because I have so much to talk about. There's so much freaking to talk about her character. Her and Paul are, again, probably two most interesting characters in the story, hands down. There's an article about Microsoft ramping up production for QB, and it's less than half a year ago. I think they're a little late there. Maybe Zero Ground made Beth a shifter, and Jesse is a version of her, and psychic abilities make her stable. I do have something to say regarding Beth being at Ground Zero when that happened, because again, that's what sparked or not spark. Technically, their chronon powers started there, but their chronon sickness began during that scene. And flexible temporal mechanics. But the problem is we've already established with the junction points, with the junctures, you can alter what choices you make and how they move forward. We see two different versions of reality. We see both timelines. In the surrender timeline, Charlie lives. In the control timeline, Charlie dies. So we know it's possible to change things. The problem is once they've already occurred, it's set. And that's the version of time travel they're going with. So the past is set, but the future can be changed. Unless you've already experienced the future, which is what the problem is here, because then technically it's not the future, it's your past. In a weird, timey-wimey, fourth-dimensional way.
September 5th, 1999. Again. I found a way back from the end of time through a second machine. I went back as far as it would send me. February 28th, 1999, with a simple goal: to use my knowledge of the past to protect us from the future I witnessed. I've built a company from the ground up, invested in sure bets. We've made millions in mere weeks, and this is just the beginning. I can use this knowledge to do great things. I can use it to guide us to a better future, to make the world a better place. And it's strange, living all this a second time, reliving it all from the shadows. I recognized a vagrant the other day. I know how he dies, weeks from now. I can save him from that fate. A simple start. If I can do that much, then I can save us all. I still see visions of it every day, haunting me. Time frozen. Billions of people just stopped for an eternity. Never living and never dead. She followed me here. Tried to kill me. I'd like to think it haunts her too. It was him. The whole time, Martin fucking Hatch has been sabotaging me from the inside. He destroyed the lab containing my only treatments. I can feel my sickness spreading by the minute. Without those treatments, it's only a matter of time until... He's had his hands in every phase of Monarch's development, overseen our R&D division for years. Why? Why now? This can't be about control. He wants control of Monarch. He is using this company for his own agenda, building towards something. All those secret projects I granted him. What has he been up to? We will find him, and I will put an end to this once and for all.
So there's only one thing that can change the past. It's Jack's look and how he's changed his brother's death and a few others. Wait, what? Alright, I'm deleting that, dude. Again, no spoilers in chat. Please. Last warning on this, dude.
It's only a matter of time before the sickness takes over. I've delayed the inevitable, taken the final treatment to reach the clarity necessary for my final actions. All I've built, everything I've done here, it can't be for nothing. The lifeboat cannot function without the CFR, the countermeasure. I've had a vision.
Because we haven't gotten to that point of the story yet,
I've
Neo.
seen Jack at the swimming pool, holding the device. That's where I meant to stop him. That's where I must go. That's where this ends. I ordered Liam Burke to guard the CFR chamber. I know he won't succeed, but at the very least he'll slow Jack down. Make sure he comes out hurting. Now I have to finish the job. Know that everything I have done was necessary to assure our survival. Every life lost was in the service of our future. My fight ends today, but Monarch's has just begun. The end of time cannot be prevented, but it can be endured. We will survive. We will survive.
Hey there, Nana, how you doing? Yeah, everything makes sense once we get to it, but we want to wait until we get to those points before we have those discussions. Again, I've played this through many times, but a lot of people in chat have not, so we're going to respect their experience of the game, okay? Alright, so that's the last of these diaries right here. So these last ones really want to hammer home that he truly believes he's doing what's best for the world and the universe, especially since he blames himself for it happening in the first place. And those are the hardest antagonists to deal with because they truly believe what they're doing is right. He's not a classical villain because he's not a I'm doing this for personal control and I'm taking over the world and stuff like that. No. He's trying to save everybody, but unfortunately, he doesn't have all the variables, he doesn't have all the information. If you break the loop paradox and make it happen, or is the rest... If you break the loop paradox will be made, will let the change happen, or the rest of the loop... Oh, sorry, I'm trying to read that and make sense. Paradox will be made. Time, let the change... Well, no matter what happens, Austin, it'll... With this version of time travel, no matter what happens, it's going to be the exact same way every single time. Yeah, I don't classify him as a villain at all. I have a full video on Paul about why he's an antagonist, but he is not a villain. And I go into my semantical details on it if you want to check the full thing. You're of the belief that there's a single consistent timeline. See, this is why, like, I personally, okay, this is just me spitfiring on the side here. I don't really generally enjoy games that have multiple branching pathways because I like to have a canon story. But because of how these types of games are structured, there is no canon story. There's a bunch of different ways it could have happened, but you don't know what happened. At the end of the day, you don't know what happened. You know a bunch of ways that it could have done. And when it comes to trying to do... it makes it really difficult to theory craft. It makes it really difficult to really go down, deep dive into some of these. Reminds me of Final Fantasy 13 too. I actually never played 13 too. I've only played the 13, but I don't remember basically anything in it. Zero Junction is something that only happens from the perspective of the player, not the character. You can argue that the character is always going to make that choice. Yeah, because technically, Jack, as the player character, or Jack doesn't make any of those choices. It's only Paul that makes his choices, us as the player, essentially. If Serene doesn't disco walk into the final battle with a Walkman, it's going to be sad, 100%. Alright, let's go ahead and see where our quantum ripples are. Alright, here's the first one right here. So, hold on. Okay, yeah. So this is when Jack had Nick put online that he was seen in the back of a catering van somewhere in Riverport. So this is everything that came out because of that. Catering service employees arrested by Monarch all over Riverport. So, easy enough to predict. All the mimes in Riverport Street Performance Convention arrested by Monarch. The mimes. Street performers were just being picked up. I don't know what that has to do with catering vans, but whatever. Clown performing at a child's birthday party arrested by Monarch. Why? Do you think these ripples are significant? That's the thing, you can't tell. I mean, one thing links to another. It's a chain reaction of cause and effect. Fine, we have this information. We can see the pattern they make, but it doesn't really make any difference. Well, I don't know if that's true. It's like you flip a coin, heads or tails, but there's no stakes in it, so it doesn't lead to anything. Yeah, well, tell that to the mimes. Exactly the point. Yeah, flipping a coin yay or nay. It doesn't really change much, but somehow flipping that coin leads to the mimes and the street performers being taken down. Why, though? It doesn't mean anything. Makes no fucking sense. And the last one, I think, is in Will's workshop. Yeah. Alright, power outage. This is when we made the guy quit his job. So, power outage on 4th of July 2010. Paul the Punch Palmer quits his job as an electrician and goes into politics. Palmer's rival candidate, District Attorney Billings, killed in a freak accident involving faulty wiring in 2012. So the guy he went up against ended up dying halfway through because of faulty wiring. Most likely the reason he died is because Palmer was no longer working as an electrician, meaning that the work he did in the future was faulty because someone else did it instead of Paul, therefore causing this guy's death. And as a result, Paul Palmer runs for mayor in 2016. So because we got him to quit his job as an electrician back in 2010, he becomes the mayor. Or he runs for mayor, I should say. Well, it's technically possible. You can argue that Palmer had him killed, but I think it's, frankly, I don't see him as a guy who would go that far. Well, we don't know the character, so who fucking knows? I think the Occam's razor part of this is just faulty wiring because someone else other than him did it, but whatever. Wait, this was back in 2010? I was gonna vote for that guy. Yeah, I managed to trace the ripples. Crazy, huh? You can still vote for him. Yeah, but it's not the same anymore. That makes no sense. Nothing has changed. He's as good or bad as a candidate as he ever was. It's just not the same. So now he doesn't want to vote for him solely because he realized he wasn't originally supposed to run, which doesn't make any logical sense. I don't know why they would do this. Who's writing these reports? It's going to be Roy Morphin and something Ranger. I forgot his first name. They mentioned it earlier on. But Dr. Morphin and Dr. Ranger. So, Power Rangers. I don't think the freak accident had anything to do with the tanning bed, but that'd be funny as hell if that's the truth. Yeah, and there's got to be some simple ripples that really don't go anywhere either. In some ways or another. I'm so upset. We officially have one missing collectible way back here, and there's nothing we can do about it. Terry Ranger. Thank you, Tao. Alright. Okay, and that is going to be the end of Act 4. We've caught up. We only had a couple technical issues. Freaking internet, man. I don't know what's going on my end, and then I fat-fingered something and hit the wrong button on my keyboard. I wonder if our life has any real ripples that changed our viewpoints. 100%, Fox. 100%. There's no question in that part of it. Hey there, cats. How you doing? I mean, there's definitely things that happen in our lives that direct how we perceive things and what we end up doing. I mean, let's just be perfectly honest. The job I ended up in back in 2012, my first job ever, that led me to be where I am now with my current profession, that was just a random chance encounter that I managed to get that job. Basically, a bunch of friends of mine who I went to high school with were working a job and I needed work, so I picked up a job, and 10 years later, I'm still in the same industry, but I've gotten to the point where I'm much, much higher up in the hierarchy of the same stuff. So imagine if I didn't get that one job, where would I be at right now? What would I be doing? Take it easy, Oliver. Thanks for hanging out. Cat sitting at your desk, cutting your game. Dude, the cat tries to jump up all over my desk whenever I stream. Every single time. Hey, you got it, Marika. I'll see if I can have a diversity with the stream times in the future. It's just usually I don't like doing these on the weekend, only because I usually use the weekends for doing research for the next lecture video or working on the editing for the next lecture video. But anyways, guys, I do need to let you all go. People are starting to show up at my place, so I got some entertaining to do. I gotta run out and get some food and stuff, and my throat is killing me. Anyways, thank you all, guys. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your evening. And I think Wednesday is going to be the next one where we finish up the game, so I'll see you then. Bye-byes.